fuck did I press the wrong button? Benjamin Button. Y'all remember that? Remember that? Isn't that like a show?
Yeah, that was years ago.
VC asleep?
Am I up? What's going on? It's saying OJ taking a nap. I'm not sure. Are we finally live yet?
I don't know if we're. I think we're live. We should be. YouTube.
I hope we are.
YouTube be taking that sweet time. That sweet.
Yeah.
That's like loading. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It was that PS1 loading. You know what I'm saying?
Oh. Definitely all that PS1. We're live.
Y'all remember that PS1 loading? Who remembers that PS1 loading though?
I have a PS1 right behind me.
You remember that loading?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Playing Gran Turismo would be like take like 3 minutes in between in between tracks, bro.
Yeah, you were lucky to get 3. I was more like 4.
Dude, but back then you're like, oh, but it's the future. CD.
Oh yeah.
Which is still kind of the future though, I guess, right? Well, no, digital now is like the thing. Now it's like digital.
Physical's never gonna truly die.
Says PC Master Race over here. You've been digital, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, been digital.
It doesn't mean I don't know the market's never gonna die.
with your Steam sales, I'm gonna get 500 games for $5 sales, bro. But anyway,
no, it's $1,000.
Anyway,
why for 1,000?
What's up, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the PE Podcast, episode 102. We got a cast here for you guys. We might have Shadow Fox and Baron join in a little bit. We got a lot of topics to go over, so let's try to get these guys out somewhat because we started a little bit later than usual. So we got big. I was about to combine Big Z and VC.
So big sips.
Big sips.
That's basically what it is. Big sips.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Big sips. Oh, so we got VC here. VC, my man, how you doing today? We're gonna get into like what you've been playing. So, how you doing today, man?
Well, I gotta be honest. I haven't been doing that good this week, but I dropped a Bug Fables review, so that was great. I had a lot of fun working on that. Aside from that, I've been playing Fire and Three Houses. I've been playing Persona 4 Golden. I've been playing Astral Chain. I've been going back in my 2019 bag lately, playing a lot of the games from last year, just playing them again. I played Ultimate Platinum mode in Astral Chain. I saw a tough challenge the other night.
I saw your stream. I was watching. Yeah. It was
dope.
Pretty intense.
It definitely was. And finding like bosses that are secret bosses that you don't find unless you repeat the files, and finding them in Ultimate mode made it just that much more tougher and more fun. But aside from that, a lot of Persona 4 Golden. I'm 15 hours in, so
nice.
I'm just gonna say, wow,
great game, huh?
It's amazing. It's really good.
It's an amazing game.
Yeah, great game, and
it makes me contemplate if I really like Persona 5 as much as I really do. And it makes me want to pick up Persona 5 Royal.
Persona 4 is better. We all know that.
Well,
see, that's the problem. I'm not to say I'm starting to consider it, but like I'm 15 hours in and I'm like feeling the way I am about it.
The thing about it though is that like you don't have Royal, right?
Nope.
Okay, if you have Royal, it might make you reconsider because there's a bunch of quality of life improvements and a whole bunch of cool content in Royal too. So, because like you have to remember, Persona 5 Golden is the Royal version of Persona 4. The original Persona 4 is not as good as Persona 4 Golden because I played the original.
That back in the day on PS2, and it was good, but it wasn't great.
Exactly. It was good, but Golden
is a good game, but like
yes, Golden is
like
much better. Yeah, Golden is a good amount better, than the original. Almost like Xenoblade Definitive Edition, right? Persona 5. Persona 5 was already really, really good, but Royal is like, yo, this is like a lot better.
Yeah.
So that's why you're thinking maybe Golden's better. That's why you're thinking that, but you never know though.
Right.
People do like some people do like the characters more in Royal. They like those characters more. So
right. I certainly enjoyed.
Sorry, not Royal. I meant Golden. Some people like the Golden. Golden characters.
Like Yukiko, and I'll be honest, Chie is a funny character. Just how she acts and reacts to everything, it's hilarious. Just every time.
There's no real actual funny character in Persona 5 on your squad.
There really isn't a funny character.
The closest is Ryuji, and I don't think he's really funny.
It's just for real.
Yeah, like
that's
he's somewhat of the comic relief, but he's not even really funny, So yeah. But all right. And Big Z, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing good. Today I played a fuck ton of Balloon Tower Defense 6 while listening to Steel Panther.
All right, that sounds good. All right, sounds like a good idea.
And I played a lot of Doom 2 this week. An Ultra Doom. Oh man, that was good.
PC?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good too.
I found an SSD of a whole bunch of mods. So I was like, I'm gonna use these.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good, man.
Nope.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get into some of the top. Oh, well, let me talk about what I've been playing. This week, I got
Yeah.
Persona 4
What have you been
Golden.
playing?
Persona 4
Nice.
Golden. So I've been playing a little bit of that. But the big game that I've been playing this week, which I'll talk about on the Spawncast too, is The Last of Us. The original Last of Us remastered. Well, it's the remastered, not the original on PS3, but the Last
Most people
of Us.
experience remastered, I believe.
I wanted to play the PS3 one. That's what I wanted to play, but I just couldn't find it in time. It wouldn't have shipped. Like, I wanted to play that before the second one dropped. And The Last of Us is a very interesting game because it is it's a glitchy, kind of buggy game at times. You can run into some stuff here and there, but the AI is absolutely almost brain dead. The AI is pretty bad. At times it works sometimes, but then it doesn't work other times. And the upgrading system and everything that's in the game, it's so bare bones. The combat in the game, the melee combat, is so bare bones. And people think that the weapon degradation is bad on Zelda. Like, you hit people 3 times or whatever with a freaking bat and it's gone. You know what I'm saying? Or like 4 times with a bat,
Yeah.
and it's gone. You know, like, or like there's sometimes like a machete. You have a machete, you hit three hits with the machete and it's gone after that. So it's interesting. It's a very interesting system. But like, the more that I play the game, I'm almost done with it. I'm about 80%. I'll finish it tonight. The more that I realize that this game and like some of the stuff that happens, like it is so padded with so many boring parts where you're like taking like Ellie on her, putting her like, stop me if you've seen this before with Ellie. She's on a raft. Really, she's on a raft.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Because she can't swim, so she's just
Yep.
it's just
Shaking.
there's
Absolutely
so
shaking.
many parts. Like I can remember in my head because I've been playing this game like 3 or 4 parts of where Ellie's just where you have to do this whole rafting and she's like this and it's
Yep.
just like just to try to draw out the length of the game. The pacing of this game is bad. And
Say the least.
they pad it out. They pad out the pacing in order to make the game longer, and it just seems like you're just going through lulls of things. But
Yep.
I will say that
That's
the game,
exactly how I remember.
what's good about the game, the gunplay feels good. When you
It does.
blast somebody with a shotgun, with a pistol, when you get those headshots, it feels good. And even the melee combat can feel good, but it just seems like it's automated. It just seems like it's automated combat. Like there's no actual like, hey, press square, triangle or whatever, or press square, triangle, X or whatever to do like different types of combos and stuff like that. It's just all automated combat, you know? So there's a lot of, there's good things, but holy smokes, I don't see how this game is the greatest game ever, 90s. Like, I really don't. I really don't. Now that I've played it, like I said, 80s.
It's one of the
because- it's
greatest
because
movies
overrated.
ever made.
Yeah, it's a, well, I don't know about greatest movies. I've seen some great movies. If you want, I can get my whole DVD box. I did it on my stream last night. Hold on. I did this last night. Hold on, I'll be right back.
No problem.
Talk about movies. I got movies.
Last of Us to me has always been a movie. I mean,
Well,
in the game
it's,
second.
it's a game. I mean, it's got plenty of like gameplay aspects to it. But yeah, the draw to it is the movie and like the story. Like that's the last part that I want to talk about. The story's really good. Like the story's good enough. The acting's really good. Is good. You know, so all that.
It has better cinematography than most movies.
That's a lot of movies. I don't think you got more than Jordan Fringe though, but you got a lot of movies.
Yeah, I don't think it's more than Jordan, but it's a lot.
Oh, well, this is just one case.
Oh, this is one case of all your movies.
Yeah, I have like 4 of them.
Oh, nice. So I mean, that's kind of my thought process on The Last of Us. Like, I get it and I understand why. Put it down a little bit more because they can't see the title.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, my bad.
There you go.
I didn't notice how much space the.
I remember
box was
that
taking
one.
up.
That's a good movie.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
It's a good movie.
I got
all right.
Accepted. I got Goodfellas. Got a bunch of stuff. Bunch of good stuff. Goodfellas is great. Caddyshack. Can't go wrong with
Caddyshack is
Caddyshack.
amazing.
All my
Yeah.
movies got stolen in college, and I never bought them
Oh,
back.
that's actually not good at all.
Yeah, they
I
all got
Pokemon
jacked.
Returns. Pokemon Returns.
They all
that's
got
fire.
jacked. You know.
What happened? You left the door open. People just came in.
No, they busted through the window. They unhinged the window.
I know you like this one.
Yeah, that's my favorite movie of all time.
Yup.
Well, one of my favorite movies of all time. That and
Yeah.
do you have the Warriors?
Warriors.
Yeah, like-
I don't think I have them in this one. I do have it.
Oh,
It's not
okay,
in this case.
okay,
though.
but you have it. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have volume 1 and 2 of Seinfeld sealed. I do have that.
Okay.
That's pretty cool that it's sealed.
Oh yeah, I
Seinfeld.
kept them sealed. I didn't want to. I didn't want to open them. I also have the Spider-Man trilogy. Can't go wrong with that.
Nice.
Yo.
Can I borrow one of them for date night?
Nope. And then a special. this one underrated movie. Most people don't know about it. 16 Blocks. Bruce Willis and the rapper Mos Def.
Oh no!
It's actually really
I remember
good.
when that movie
Most
was being
people don't know
promoted.
Yeah, 16 Blocks.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Highly underrated. But I have a ton of other stuff in here: Toy Story, The Expendables, The Incredibles, The Dictator, everything else. But yeah, movies on movies on movies.
So let me ask you a question then, VC, real quick. So when you get is The Last of Us in that movie bin or in one of your other movie bins?
The Last of Us was uninstalled from my PS4 that came with The Last of Us Remastered. I uninstalled it like that.
This is why I hate digital, though, man. I'm pretty sure you heard about this or whatever, or maybe I said it on my live stream. But like but it came with my PS4 that was pre-installed or whatever, or I had to download it, and it was on my old account, digital. So then when I had my new account, I'm like, oh, I already got the game, but it was on my old account, and that was on my old email that was already nuked from my website. So there was no way for me to recover it, and I'm like, oh, so I have to really go here and buy The Last of Us again. So I bought it again digital. Yeah, I bought it again digital for it was it was on sale though for $9. $9.99.
Still, I just like, well, at least it was on. They were smart. They're like, oh, let's have it on sale the same week it releases. You know
Exactly. So yeah, man. That's
it's always on sale anyway. Yeah, it is.
Every time we go to Walmart, it's $10.
Yeah, I'm wanting
it's like Ratchet and Clank, always $10.
Ratchet and Clank, stay cheap, bro. Like I said, it should really.
2 months later, $20.
It should come with a reversible cover, like I was talking about, bro.
With the greatest hits, you just flip it over because everyone knows it's gonna sell.
But let's go and let's get into some of these topics, man. There's a lot of stuff to go over. So we're gonna first start off with EA Play that just wrapped up not too long ago, a few hours ago, hosted by Greg Miller. So what was announced at the show? There was the Star Wars Squadrons. They showed off the first game.
There was a post of the PE podcast, not on your Twitter page.
There was, announced. Which I'll put that up once you guys get to your thoughts on that in just a bit. There was, what else was announced? They announced.
Yeah, because I was about to retweet it. Yeah.
What else did they announce? I forgot what
they announced. The big announcement, which Jordan Fridge and John Frisbon
Skate 4. Skate 4 was announced.
That. Yeah. They went in depth with Star Wars Squadron and showed the same trailer again.
Okay, but then they showed gameplay.
Afterwards, yeah.
And then they also had what else? They had
Lost in the Random.
Yeah, Lost in the Random. They had the other guy from the F the Oscars guy.
Yep. Who's the same person who I tried requesting for a code for his game Brothers, and I just never got a response back. I got denied. And it's like, great, thanks. I'm not going to promote your game.
I haven't played
instead of him saying F the Oscars, how about F you?
I haven't played The Last of Us Part 2, guys. I was talking about The Last of Us Part 1.
He's talking 1.
I was not talking about 2. I was talking about 1, okay?
Is 2 like $9.99? Come on.
I'm not going to...
What's everyone in the chat thinking? $9.99 for The Last of Us 2? Come on.
It's not that cheap.
Put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah. I was talking about The Last of Us Part 1. Like, Last of Us Part 2, I mean, I'll play it at some point. I thought I was going to buy it day 1, but, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to. Like, we'll see. If I feel like going outside tomorrow, we'll do it.
I'll just get Last of Us 2 Remastered when I pick up my PS5. It comes with it.
I kind of want to want to wait for PS5 and just play it. Yeah, just play it day 1. Yeah, just play it day 1 on PS5 and be like, okay, this is my PS5 game. You know? Yeah. It's going to be hella cheaper, too. Like, it's going to be super cheaper. You know,
they're gonna sell it with a $400 console bundled in.
You know, I think that's a good idea. I think they should just give you like Last of Us Part 2 with your PS5 purchase. Like that would be a great idea.
That would be amazing for that. That would be amazing for the SSD and file size.
That's what they were. I'm telling you, man. That's what they were going to do. They were gonna hold on to that game and actually fix all the glitches and the bugs that all the reviewers don't care like mentioning. They were gonna like. Because like I'm seeing all sorts of weird stuff on Twitter with this game, but they were gonna hold on to it. They were gonna wait and they were gonna release it on PS5. But then the game got leaked, and they're like, "Oh snap! Never mind. June 19th, boys."
Months early, by the way.
Yeah,
Like 3 months ago we were making golfing memes.
They were like, "Oh snap! The game leaked. Okay, now we can't wait. We actually got to get this game out. Hey, reviewers, here's the game. Play the game. Oh, by the way, let's get reviews 2 weeks ahead of time or a week, like hella early. Not the week of, but last week or the week before or whatever. Let's get reviews out super early." So it was just funny the way that it all played out. But I think the game is still really good. Like even like The Last of Us Part 1, I think it's good. But EA EA Play, they said this. This is kind of the interesting information that I think our audience would be interested in. Interesting information that I think our audience would be interested in. Okay. EA said that they have 7 games for the Nintendo Switch. They announced Apex Legends for the Nintendo Switch. They said it's coming out fall along with Steam. Today? No, it's Steam. It's coming with Steam and Switch version.
I thought it was coming out after Steam, if I recall.
They both just said fall.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this as the PC Master Race.
Yeah.
There's no fucking point to it coming out on Steam.
And why?
You literally have to boot Origin to play it.
And people will do that. You may not believe it, but people will do
Does
it.
Origin does Origin have like a lightweight type of thing that can run in the background that isn't a problem?
I mean, okay, so think of it like when
I uninstalled that crap because that crap was eating up all my system resource. Like when it first, it was terrible. I uninstalled that piece of crap.
I removed Fortnite
That's
recently
the thing.
myself.
You need, even if you don't have Origin installed or Uplay or any of those other second launchers for games of depending on publisher, it still boots in like a mini version of it, but that still runs in your memory in the background. So it slows your game performance depending on your PC.
So it's not like it's not like the GeForce. You ever booted a game through like GeForce Now?
Yeah, I have GeForce Now.
That's good. It's like lightweight. It's no problem. Right?
It's a good streaming service.
Yeah. So
no, there's no point for it to come to Steam. Just keep it on Origin so it's later on your system.
Yeah. Dude, that's I mean, but I think the big thing from this EA Play, like some people were complaining about Greg Miller. You know, some people were saying.
I mean, I like Greg Miller, but I'm a very acquired taste.
We are never going to get the Dead Space trilogy on Switch already.
Yeah, people are talking about Dead Space. People are talking about where is Massive. Oh, I guess BioWare showed off a next-gen game. But yeah. I think it was like Dragon Age 4. Did they show off? They showed like a little bit of Dragon Age 4? Or was there anything on Dragon? I think there maybe
To be honest, it was hard to even tell.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know, man. Like, I don't know what's going on. With
G5 says he boots up Origin all the time. So same with Setjon, so.
I never said it wasn't annoying.
No, you said it was annoying, didn't you?
It is annoying. It's just people do it. I mean, I have to do it if you play all the time because I play Uno and Siege all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like to me, like it's cool that Mass Effect is coming to Steam and all that. Like that's dope. But apparently, there's gonna be like the remasters. Like people are looking for that's what people want. And from what Direct Feed Games said, is that he said that it's the remasters are coming. He said don't expect the Switch version right away. It might come later, but it's not planned right now, or it's not gonna be whenever they announce it. It's not gonna be announced with the Switch. But Mass Effect remasters are coming at some point, you know. But I'm thinking they're probably waiting for PS5 at this point, right? PS5
they're waiting for next gen because there's nothing they can do now to really enhance it on these systems.
Yeah. Not enough anyway.
Well, I mean, the games were PS3 games, so you can definitely make it, you know.
Well, I mean, there's not enough they can do in terms of speeds because they're looking for an SSD to help it, kind of thing.
Yeah, because those loading times were, those loading times.
Long.
Yeah.
Those loading times were a bit rough on, especially the first Mass Effect on the 360.
That was like 2007, right?
Yeah, the elevator.
Yeah.
The elevator,
it would go on for so long, you'd wonder if the elevator got stuck.
Yeah, you would. Well, one time it did.
And then you realized the game froze, right?
Yeah, and then I realized the game froze. One time it did. It was playing the music, but the game I never got to the bottom of that elevator. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's like okay, I gotta restart the game. Like literally 16 minutes later, you're waiting. It's like
I waited 10 minutes. And so it was just like, oh snap, the game actually froze. So it was. So yeah, they really Mass Effect 1 would need a lot of work because they've never really re-released that game.
Yeah,
like outside of the PS3 version and like the PC, they did.
Yeah, it's on sale right now for $5.
I have the PC version.
If anyone wants it on Steam, it's on sale right now. $5.
I have the physical.
I think it's on sale for another few days.
I have the physical PC version of that game, the trilogy.
Physical PC version?
Physical PC version.
Oh, you want to hear about a funny physical PC version of the game I saw yesterday?
I could have ran that long ago. My PC could barely run Persona 4 Golden if I'm streaming.
I got a nice PC though. It was nice back. It was okay.
My PC
OJ, you'll get a kick out of this.
But I got it in 2017, and I thought it was a 2017 PC. But the way it runs for streaming, nah. For videos, renders them like easy. But live streaming, it like if I'm playing an intensive game, it could be tough. Not saying on Switch, but
it's
on
probably
PC,
it has to be your thermals and the cooling of your system.
and that's definitely what it is. The cooling. It's the cooling, and I think the disk drive too.
Yeah, but you'll get a kick out of it. So I was at Walmart yesterday with girlfriend, and Nozo's Target. I saw the Destiny 2 physical box for PC. They're still selling it for $50.
I saw them for like $1.96. I think at
They
my
were
Walmart.
giving them away
I
at
thought they
Best
were
Buy.
giving
I
them
mean.
away.
They were
No,
they're like,
$50. They must have not updated the price tag.
oh, thank
Nope,
you for
they
going to
didn't.
Geek Squad and fixing your laptop. Here's a copy of Destiny 2. Take it. That's literally what happened.
they must have not updated their price tag because
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
And so maybe, and I was so confused. Like, that's a free game now.
Yo, shout outs to John Lee and Clinton McKinney. Thanks for subscribing, guys. All right, so EA Play, your overall show grades. Let's hear it, boys. Let's hear it. VC.
Say that again. I couldn't hear you.
Overall, did I cut out overall show
Yeah.
grades? Overall
Show grades.
Yeah.
To be honest, aside from Skate 4 being announced, seeing a little bit more of the Star Wars Squadron game, that was really all that I was interested in. So personally, I'd have to give it a 1 out of 10. I gotta be honest, that's not a lot of games. They said 7. How are you gonna say there's gonna be 7 Switch games? You only announced Apex, and that's it. No, that's a 2-point dock right there. And the fact that they had the audacity to be like, follow the gold letters to make sure you find everything out. I said first thing, it's gonna be EA Play something. I know it. It's gonna be that, and it was literally EA Play whatever the fuck it was. Excuse my language. And I literally, the moment the stream ended, like for that stream, and they said go and do that, I went right to the site, and I was on it. I was like, all right, great, time to get the free game, see what's going on. They get my email and all that, whatever, and bibbity boppity. Basically, the entire thing crashes immediately. So they clearly were not prepared. Obviously, no surprise. EA is only prepared for microtransactions in their games, except for a lot of the games in the show today. They didn't have that many microtransactions. That one game with the rockets, that pretty much is Fortnite, but with rockets, it basically looks horrible. And I thought it was gonna be microtransaction heavy, but it's $40. They took the game from someone else and made it without microtransactions. And you would think, oh, with Star Wars Squadron, there's no microtransactions. It's a $40 game. Why not throw microtransactions in this other game? Nope, they changed it for free to play to $40, and it's like, that's smart, but the game looks like crap. So it's like no one cares.
So why? So basically, you're giving this show a 1 because you didn't get your free game. Is that what you're? No.
That's a part of it.
That's part of it. That's part of it.
Because the website crashed. Like the website should have been prepared. Like, come on, EA. You know how much money you make from those microtransactions. That's an L. L's in the chat for EA failing as usual.
Okay, so 1 out of 10 from V6.
Yeah, because and I'm not even a fan. I'm not even a fan of Skate like as a series. I prefer Tony Hawk. As Baron even said, Tony Hawk 1 and 2, Pro Skater over Skate 4, and even just the Skate franchise.
Skate is more technical. That's what I like about Skate.
Oh, yeah, it's more technical. But what game's more fun?
Tony Hawk
feels like a game.
Tony Hawk is,
and you can make your own areas too.
Here's what I'll say about Skate.
That part is the best.
Skate is for people who actually skateboarded. Like if you actually skated, Skate could be a game for you.
Yeah, I can longboard. I can't skateboard for shit. Like my thing with skateboarding, like in real life, not to get off topic, I feel like if I were to jump, like try and do a trick or anything, I would just fall off the board. I don't know how the board sticks to people's feet sometimes. I have the Vans. I have Vans.
It's called grip tape. It grips to your shoes. That's why it's called grip tape.
That I know, but like
that's how the board sticks. It's grip
that's
tape.
The thing. Not everyone knows that.
Yeah, no. But like, you know, if you look at the top of a skateboard, you know it's kind of like all like speckly and everything and like rough. That's the grip tape. So when you, it's just like physics, right? So when you push down on the board, you just use the physics to pop the momentum, and then you take your foot and you slide it. You basically rake it across the top of the board in order to grip it, and then you jump. That's how. I mean, I used to skate for a long time, so that's how you skate. That's how you pop an ollie, man. You just push down.
Yeah, makes sense.
Slide your foot, and it grips the board. And sometimes, like when you're first learning how to do an ollie, you'll the grip tape will take your, especially if your board is new. The grip tape, you'll go crazy.
It'll
just fling the board off of your foot. Like I skate goofy, which means that I push with my left foot and I do tricks with my right foot. Whereas most people skate regular, which is they push with their right foot and then do tricks with their left foot. I'm goofy footed. So sometimes when I was first learning, like my right foot is my right leg is extremely strong. So the board would just go flying whenever I try to do an ollie, when I was first learning. So anyway, but
That's basically it. 1 out of 10. Website was bad before, like once I got there. It put me into a queue afterwards. By the way, like I was already on the site first. The site then crashed, and then it threw me into a queue. It's like this wasn't here a second ago. Like you know, like things like that. Like they should have been more prepared. They obviously weren't. But the one point that they get is from the beginning of the stream. The one point that I do give them isn't for the games, because like let's be honest, the Star Wars Squadron, they really showed the same trailer again and barely any gameplay in that second amount of footage.
There was gameplay.
There was a lot of cinematography.
No, that's the gameplay, dude. That was literally the gameplay. I swear to you, it was. I swear to you, it was gameplay.
It
that
was the
makes it The Last
gameplay.
of Us. You know what I mean? Like
All
the Last
that
of Us
cockpit view stuff was gameplay. All that was not. That
in
was
the cockpit, yeah. But I'm saying all the stuff they showed outside of the cockpit, with the people walking around and standing up and all.
Well, that was the story, though.
Yeah, but they don't. They said they were showing gameplay. They showed cinematics most of it.
I think there was
If
a lot.
Baron was here, he'd agree.
I think there was a lot of. I think there was a lot of gameplay.
It was more gameplay than inside Xbox.
I think there was a good number. I mean, yes, it wasn't like Ratchet and Clank. Here's this unedited
3 minutes of gameplay.
Yeah, it wasn't that, but it was. They were trying to set up what this game is about. You know.
And they were explaining a lot of it as it was going on.
Yeah, they were explaining a lot as it was going on, and basically what they're doing is like once you got kills, what they did is they just shifted to a kill cam mode. You know, they shifted to where it shows what happens. That's why it looked like it was cinematics mixed in with the gameplay, because normally it's not going to be like that. When you're playing, that's not going to happen. You're just going to still be in your cockpit view, but they were showing the explosions but all that was in the game. All of it was it looked solid. I mean, that's not my type of game, but it looked all right. But I can see what you're saying, VC. Like I can see from the outside looking in what you're saying. What about you, Big Z? What's your show grade here, man?
I would probably say a 5 or 6. I mean, it wasn't bad. There's nothing horribly offensive or terrible, but there's nothing that interesting either.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a 6. I'm gonna give them a 6, and the reason why I'm giving them a 6.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't. Oh my gosh, this is just horrible. All these games look like trash. You know, they had the F the Oscars guy there. They put a nice little segment with him. He's doing a movie, which looked interesting. He got to talk about himself. So I mean, that was cool. They had the Star Wars. You know, they kind of went into a little bit of next gen stuff, which I don't really care about that type of stuff, but whatever. You know, so it was all right. I'll give it a 6, 5 or 6 out of 10. So
I like the part with the Way Out devs.
Yeah. That
was that's the game I tried to get. Yeah,
F the Oscars guy. Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to get that game in spite of him. Yeah.
That's why you don't like that guy, because you didn't get his game.
That.
Once I saw that was one of the free games, I was just like, that's the only good game, and the rest of them are all older games. Every single one of them's old.
So.
Yeah.
I still can't trust that Star Wars game. I think there's gonna be something that's gonna be nickel and diming it in some way.
They need the parts for the ships.
Well, no, they said that you could earn everything in game. So
they didn't say how hard.
Could earn everything in game.
I didn't say how hard.
That's
Hey guys, it takes you this long to earn everything in game.
Well, here's the thing: they didn't say if it was gonna be a massive grinder. They just said it's earnable.
It's all cosmetic, so at the end of the day, so it's like whatever, I guess, right?
But
it's like Battlefront, or what was it? Battlefront, was that the Star Wars Battlefront 2? Whatever. Yeah. That game that had like microtransactions, and like that was like actual like upgrades.
That game died day one.
But then they pump life back into it by removing all the stupid stuff, you know.
They literally
the damage is already done though. Like no one cares about the game anymore.
Well, people did care. It had good numbers, but the thing about it, what happened was that the game
had good numbers because of the casuals.
No, the game launched
Star Wars on Black Friday weekend. They're like, oh, my son likes Star Wars. Pick up the game, give it to him on Christmas, and they're like, I already had the game. It's crap. I brought it back to GameStop. And
the thing about it is
they already brought it back.
They did fix it, though. They did fix it. They made it a lot better from what I saw. And, of course, the game got heavily discounted. So you take a good I mean, I think the game sold 15, 20 million. So, I mean, people picked it up.
8 million for, like, the first holiday season. Like, just the holiday season I'm talking about.
But once the price drop, like, once it went down to, like, 20, $30, it started moving off the shelves.
I didn't know that.
It started
people
selling
were buying
big.
a lot of times with their systems.
Yeah, it started selling huge. After the price drop and they started fixing everything, it started selling a lot. Especially at that $30 price tag, like the 15 to 30, like Black Friday, like the following year, it was like $15, $20. People were buying it a lot. Like it was selling a good amount. But it price dropped so quickly though. You know, it was by the end of that year that it came out, it was already, I think, $40 to $50, and then by the following year it went down to 30, and then by Black Friday the next year it was 15. So people were buying it then. People didn't buy it a lot of people didn't buy it at 60 because people were doing
and the last Star Wars game helped it a lot, because I know my cousin bought the single player one, and then he bought Battlefront to do multiplayer.
Well, no. Okay. You're talking about
after the fact.
Yeah, he's talking about the Jedi Fallen Order.
Order.
Yeah. Oh yeah. People probably play Jedi Fallen Order. It's like, okay, cool. I'm playing this now. Like, this other Star Wars game is super cheap and people like it. Okay, I'll pick up that too. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can see that. All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the next topic here, boys. We've got, what do we got? Let me look at my page here. We've got the PS5 price leak. So this was all over the place, man, in terms of the PS5 and kind of what was going on. So we saw a leak from Amazon France where they apparently leaked the date too. Did any of you guys see that, VC? Or?
I saw that November 20th or something, right?
Yeah, something along the lines of that. But it was pulled. But remember, you got to remember, these are sometimes placeholders, but a lot of people think that this is correct, and it's going to be two-tiered pricing. It's going to be
28th of what month, by the way?
20th.
Oh, the 20th of what month?
November.
Makes sense with the day that Cyberpunk's coming out, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about Cyberpunk and the delay. But it seems like it's going to be $399 and $499. That's what it seems like the price is going to be according to the most latest leaks. Now, even Target had a leak or had a listing, and they had it at $399. So it does seem like it's going to be a $399 and a $499 system. I mean, what are you guys' thoughts on that? If they
You want to go first, Big Z, on this one?
Sure. I'm staunch on that the top version. That disc one is going to be $550 to $600. I'm staunch on that.
Okay.
I think that discless is going to be $450.
Okay, $450 for the discless one, the all digital, and then the standard one's going to be, which is $650.
Anywhere between $550 and $650.
Okay, so 100. Okay, I got you. I mean, that's not too far off, I guess, from what I'm saying, right? I guess 650's real, like 650's real far off.
No, but I don't think it's gonna be standard 500 just because of what they're trying to do with it in a lot of ways. Okay. And the fact that I remember Jordan said they're gonna include 2 controllers supposedly.
But
that's still not 100% confirmed.
Yeah,
but if they are, that makes sense. That's gonna be high.
Their what's it called?
500. Yeah.
Their what's it called didn't make it seem that way, like their trailer, because between each console was 1 controller.
Ooh,
yeah, but they could also reveal it in the price later that hey, there's gonna be 2 controllers.
They could.
Then why would they show just 1 between each of them? You know what I mean?
But it looks better in the marketing.
You're right. It does look better in the marketing, but I don't know what's the point of giving somebody 2 controllers. I know Jordan.
Read my article on Level 1 Gaming about why co-op is good.
I know Jordan said that because like they were looking at what the Switch was and blah blah blah, but they're already going to be way more expensive than the Switch, so it's like.
Yeah, I really think it's just going to be higher than 500. I don't think it's going to be like PS3 levels. That's why I'm like that.
That is PS3 levels.
I think for the power and when state we're in, it's a different time than it was too.
That is PS3 levels.
Too. Back then it was a different time too.
Oh, dude, yeah.
550 I think is a fair gonna be.
Yeah, factoring in inflation, that was way worse back in 2006. That was way worse than how it is right now. Because if you factor in inflation, that would be like almost how much would that be in today? That would be $800 or something like that. What they're trying to charge, I don't know what the inflation would be from 2006 for 600 to compared to now. But yeah, man, like, dude, that's rough. That's rough. If it's that price, that's rough because there's never been a $600 system that's ever succeeded. There's never been a $500 system that's really truly succeeded.
That's a good point. Like, aside from Xbox Series X, is there anything else that's 500 that's not succeeded?
You mean Xbox One X?
Oh, Xbox One X. I thought that was 400. Well, you're right. I called it Series X before.
You called it Series X.
Yeah, my bad.
Xbox One X wasn't successful at 500. It became successful when they started doing discounts.
Yeah, it people weren't buying the Xbox One X. Yeah. Was it 500 at launch or was it 400?
It was 500.
Gunslinger says 450.
Yeah. No. Xbox. Oh, One X was 5. Okay, it was 449 Says Gunslinger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't even successful at that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, even that,
I
it's
think
not
it
even
was also
500.
too because it's an Xbox One.
I mean, Xbox One X, people started picking it up when it got discounted. Like people, dude, I saw a fat, like they put together a huge Helga Pataki monument, like of Xbox One X's at my Best Buy. Like I said, I got a friend that worked there, and it's just one, Best Buy. But he told me that the inventory nationwide that year that they had the Xbox One X was stacked. They were all over the place. You can see they were lining them up.
There's too many
in the front. They had a big old huge stack of them, all of them around. They had a bunch
sure
in
what
the
they
back.
had to do is like in the inventory they had to be like, all right, stop sending us them. We still haven't sold out our stock at all. We still haven't sold one in the past month. Like that's literally what's going on. Because there's a bunch of Best Buys in East Bumblehell, like in the middle of any place, any country that may have a bunch of consoles just constantly coming in of Xbox X's, and it's like, okay, we don't need any more. We're barely selling any where we're at.
Yeah, G5. I mean, reminded me. Some of you guys know, but how I got my Xbox One X was the Target glitch, where all of you East Coast sleepyheads, y'all were asleep. Well,
how much was it again?
Y'all were asleep. I got a 55-inch Samsung 4K HDR TV and an Xbox One X and a Nintendo Switch dock for like $450. Like everything.
What?
And so how was it again?
They basically had these codes where you I think it was like 30% off, and they stack. So you can just get something and then get something else, 30%, like just 30% on 30% on 30%. So just keep on stacking 30% off. And the more things you buy, you just stack another 30. More things you buy, you just stack another 30. So that's essentially what I did. I just stacked a bunch of crap that I wanted. Some of it got canceled, but those three things went through. My TV, my Xbox One X, and my Nintendo Switch dock.
To be honest, those are the only three things that probably mattered the most in that whole cart you had.
Yes. They were canceling the game. Like when people were doing that with games, and like they were getting canceled because people were getting games for like hella games for like dirt cheap. They're like, no.
Pennies.
Yeah, they're like, no, y'all can't be doing that with games. But like if you bought like a TV or if you bought like an Xbox One X,
like bigger things.
Yeah, bigger things. It was all gravy. It was all good, man.
That's amazing. I wish I was around.
Like 4 a.m. our time, and you're just like up at 1. Like, I'm up before I went to sleep. I found this.
Yeah, exactly. Like I called my brother, and my brother was like, "Oh!" Everybody was like,
quick. As quick as you can.
Everybody was. All the West Coast boys were like scrambling, dude, to like take advantage of this busted deal.
Ronald, I'm hoping I find a deal like that sometime. Like I see someone post on Twitter, and like I get to that because
it was just a glitch. Target was like, "Oh no!"
And then they abided by it. Now they got some buy 2 get 1 free deal, and it's like
trash.
It's so bad.
It's trash.
Not a single Switch game is more than less than $20. Yeah. Aside from like horrible games, and it's like I have to just go for PS4 games if I'm trying to get a deal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like literally, like I saw Ace Combat was $20.
Dude.
Spider-Man is like $15, and like I could just get another PS4 game for $5. Like,
dude,
you know what I
just
mean?
go on G2A.
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 What's that?
That's PC.
No, it sells codes for all platforms.
Yeah, but they steal codes, don't they? Like, don't they? Like,
no. That's individual sellers, not.
No, don't be going on there, bro. I wanna be going on there, man. They be stealing codes and stuff from people. They be hacking mainframes and stuff. Dude, you over here buying from the the hackers and stuff. Bro.
Hey, there's people in the chat that are liking G2A. Damn.
Yeah, because y'all like buying.
I never knew people knew about it. I never even knew about it until just now.
G2A is infamous.
But Mo Catsby, he likes buying. Look, he's not a member.
He likes. First thing I learned today. There's only 6 minutes left of the day.
He be buying that stolen stuff, bro. I'm good. When the FBI tracks you down,
if you don't think about it.
When the FBI tracks you guys down, all right, you see how much you like G2A.
That's why you connect to a VPN.
That's why they have them. All the big YouTubers talk about them.
That's
the
true.
VPNs.
That's true. in their videos. But all right, so let's go to move on to the next topic here, guys. Wait, what topic were we on?
That was PlayStation prices.
Yeah,
and,
we kind of deviated.
Let me say what I want to say.
Go ahead and say what you're gonna say. Hold up, we never got to you.
Yeah, just real quick. I initially like if the rumors were true, not that I don't believe them. It's rumors. You can't believe everything you hear. I just personally assumed it was gonna be $4.99 and $5.99. I felt that they were really gonna go for that high price this time. They were very overconfident from PS4. They're gonna go into it. You know what I mean? That's how it was for PS2. PS2 did so well in this generation. They were overconfident. The price was inflated on the PS3, and then it bombed. It somehow beat the 360 in the end. I'm still shocked that that's even a thing.
The price cut.
Yeah, tons of price cuts, and that's what PS4 was doing at the end of its life too. Just tons of price cuts, and it did the same with PS2 as well when it's the end of its life. But I see the PS5 going the same way as PS3. I see that happening, and then the smaller model. Well, hopefully it's smaller. The model we've seen was gargantuan, enormous. It was literally like 2 Xbox Series X's, not on top of each other, but like in total and mass and size, it was just ginormous, huge console.
Okay, yeah, they're talking about some people in the chat talking about Crash Bandicoot 4.
Just got announced.
It's about it got rated in the Taiwan board. It got leaked, but we already knew Crash Bandicoot was coming.
Yeah.
I mean, Activision always has their program of they send out some promotional stuff.
Yeah, so it got leaked. Yeah, they were sending out promotional stuff.
Oh, so, that I see it now.
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot.
That name is a great name.
It's about time. So that's true. It is about time. So yeah, Crash Bandicoot. So
Toys for Bob did a great job with the Crash trilogy. I just want to mention that again. They did a great job.
I mean, Crash is cool. Like, Crash is one of those franchises that I loved as when I was younger. I played the trilogy and it's all right. Like, it's cool, but I'm just not in love with Crash.
I personally prefer the remastered trilogy, the remake. It's a remake technically, but yeah. I prefer the remake trilogy over the originals.
I actually kind of like the originals better.
The originals, it's the same game. Just better.
But I like the way you control.
That's basically what it is, and that's why I said it's like a remaster in that regard. That's why I said that first, and then said remake, because they technically remade things, but they built it off the original game. That's like I remember either you said that or someone else mentioned it in a previous episode of the podcast at some point. I remember hearing that. So that's crazy though. They literally built it off the original Crash games. Like
they lost the source code, so they actually remade the game completely.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
That's what I originally thought, and then I heard someone specifically say that. Okay,
the source code's been lost for years.
They looked at the game and they said they tried to model it as closely as possible to the game, but obviously you can't do everything.
That's what I originally thought. Yeah. But Crash 4, that's hype. That's super hype.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I'll definitely pick it up when it's $20.
I'm picking up day one.
Crash Bandicoot is also a game that kind of. Maybe not as bad as
it's not as bad as Ratchet and Clank.
But Crash Bandicoot is one of those games that it gets discounted hella quick. Like if you wait a little, I got the Insane Trilogy.
Right now. It's $20 on sale every time.
Yeah, it's
3 games.
Even on the Switch, it's on sale.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The $20 sale.
I got it for like 20 like a year ago. Like I was like, okay, should I buy day one? It's like 40. I'm like, no, I'll wait.
Yeah, I didn't do that on Switch. I waited too.
I waited and it was like $20. Like these games.
Yeah, literally 3 months later.
Because these games always just go on sale super quickly. I don't know what it is with these mascot games that aren't Mario, but they just go on sale super quick. So
Sonic especially.
Yeah, so I'll just wait. I'll just wait. But I think it might be cool. We have to wait and see the game. We have to see if the game's good too, because this will be a new game. So we don't know if it's a good game. That's the thing. Like
if it's made by Vicarious Visions, if anyone played the new level that they put into the Insane Trilogy. They did a really awesome job.
It's made by Toys for Bob.
Yeah, that's who made it.
Okay, my bad. I remember seeing the Vicarious Visions logo whenever I booted it.
Oh yeah, that's because it's Vicarious Visions. Like that, it's very memorable.
Yeah.
So I understand why you assume that. Makes sense.
Toys for Bob did the.
Well, that new level they made obviously was amazing. So
it was really good.
It was like the perfect mix of challenging and good.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how this one turns out. But VC, I think did you still want to talk about that PS5 price leak? Anything else to add?
Just what my original price is. I still believe it could be $4.99, $5.99, and I don't think there's gonna be 2 controllers unless it's the $5.99 one. Mm-hmm. If they were to do 2 controllers, it'd be for the higher price one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Real quick, thank you, Nin Daniel, for the dollar donation. He says, when do you predict the pre-orders for PS5 will go live? Also, any tips for pre-ordering before the system sells out? I think the pre-orders will go live about a month or two before the system drops. Because
a month sounds about right.
Yeah, like about 2 months before the system drops, or a month or two. I'd probably say like a month and a half to 2 months before the system drops. That's when we'll get pre-orders. And any tips? Just if you're there, you'll get one. Just don't wait a day or 2 days or 3 days. If you're there, like for example, pre-orders for the Switch sold out quickly, right? But if you were there looking to pre-order it when they announced the price and it was able to pre-order, you got one. Everybody that was there at the ready to go, you'll get one. So just be there ready to pre-order and you'll get one. You know? Cell phone. Have your cell phone ready, but usually Sony will tweet. The cool thing about
get some of that grip tape from the skateboard, put it to your hand, grip it to your hand.
The thing about it is that we live in an age where information is a lot quicker than what it was back in like the Wii days, right? Where I actually had to go you had to go to the store and get like physical pre-order. We weren't doing the
nowadays people
stuff.
Don't go to stores at all anymore for obvious reasons.
Yeah. So I mean, but even with the Switch when that came out, before this whole pandemic came out, like it was just easy. Like, hey, they said that the pre-orders are open.
Pandemic came out. What is it? A mixtape? Oh, the pandemic just dropped. It really just dropped the bomb like Funk Flex.
Well, I'm just saying, like the pandemic came out, it just kind of messed up everything. But now it's like a lot easier. Like when the pre-orders went live for Switch, I was just like, all right, cool. But they said that it's online for Switch. Bam, pre-ordered it. Good to go.
Yeah.
You know,
not to get off topic again, but I'm still so mad that too many games is basically screwed for the year.
Well, lots of TwitchCon got jacked up too. So
I know, but everyone was gonna be at too many games. I was gonna be there. I know I was gonna be Rax. I know Abaddon was gonna be there. Yeah. You were gonna go. John. Sean, everyone was gonna be there.
We were all gonna be there. Like I was gonna get a. It's
gonna be a great time. Yeah. Rax was telling me, "Yo, we're gonna have an awesome time." Like, yo, really? Yeah. Hype! Can't wait.
Next year.
I know, and the worst part is that they are still trying to run it at this point, and I don't know why they're doing that. That's a huge risk. I don't know why they're still trying to go for it. They haven't canceled it yet, so.
Oh yeah, like too many games is this? It's going to be later this year, right? Or they're still trying to.
I think it's the same date, and it's still not canceled.
Yeah, John said that he was going to go. Apparently, he's going to go to that. So.
That's very risky.
Yeah, very risky. But thank you for the dollar, and Daniel. Also, Warrunner, thank you for the subscription, and Joe Lee. Wait, I already got Joe.
Yeah, hopefully things look better by then, but like things are starting to bump back up again. That's why.
I don't know. How's it at NYC, man? Is everything
like a lot of numbers are going back up in NYC, NJ, the entire area it is going back up because with all the protesting, since everyone's outside, that's the big thing.
Yeah,
that's the huge problem with it.
That's the problem. Well,
Michigan's just been cool. We don't give a fuck about going outside.
Let's continue the conversation. I don't want to talk about Flint, but let's move on to the next thing.
Flint has always sucked. You can shit on Flint all you want.
No, but that's how I'm trying to get at. But we'll just move on.
All right. Well, Cyberpunk got delayed to November 19th, right? Is that the day?
After my birthday.
Yeah, November 19th. V6's birthday. VC, you're getting close to 30, huh? You getting up there to You're on the down. Wait, you're 26, right? Coming up here?
The 25 going to be 26, so it's like
you're on the down. Okay, this is the downhill part, baby. Let's go.
And the worst part is like my life peaked like in between 18 to 24. Like that's when it peaked.
Oh yeah, that's peak.
So it's like after college, well, not after college, but like senior year after college.
No, that's when it happens. But then you figure things out by the time that you get to 30.
Hey,
you'll
all I'm gonna say is I have a bachelor's degree. I figured things out, and here I am.
Well, you'll figure it out again, okay? You'll figure it out again.
No, this is it. It's this or it's nothing.
No,
literally,
trust me.
like how they say nerf or nothing.
No, I thought my life was over in 2013. And how old was I then? I was 20.
Hey, Nightshade, I'll take offense to that. Because most people say I look younger. The other day I had someone say like, "Yo, I thought you're 18." I'm like,
you look about your you look your age. You look mid-20s, or early to mid-20s. You look about your age. No, man, like I was in the same position, bro. Like a number of years ago. I'm just like, bro, this is stupid. Like, trust me, but like, I think there's something that happens in guys' brain once you turn 30. Something snaps. Something snaps with you. Either you really decide what you're gonna do with your life, and you figure things out one way or another. A lot of guys never figure it out, and maybe they end up being in the streets or dying or whatever the case is. But a lot of dudes, when they hit 30, they do figure things out, and that's when also your brain, you're not as childish sometimes too. You don't think in a certain way. You just start, in my opinion, you start thinking a bit more progressively. Some guys get it way earlier than that, right? Some guys get it in their 20s or whatever the case is, where it clicks for them. But when I stopped being an idiot, like a true like stop being an idiot, was 30. So you got a few more years, bro. Trust me, it's fine. Life is.
I got 9 more years. So
yeah,
9 more. What? No,
I'm 21.
No, I thought you were like 23, 24. Personally,
No,
like
I'm 21.
You thought he was 2 years older than what he said, VC?
Yeah, honestly.
He's 21.
I don't know. That, like hell, Nightshade just said he's 27, and I'm not gonna cap. I thought you were like 22.
Okay.
Did you think Nightshade was 27?
I've never seen Nightshade. I don't know what.
He mentioned like mid-20s to me.
I mean, I don't know. Like, Nightshade's cool. I mean, he rolls through the streets, you know? Like,
Troy, Troy, I know you're 34.
Oh, bro, come on. Come on, bro. What do you know he's 34? Based off of what?
I watch the YouTube channel. He makes amazing content.
Does he look 34?
Video game wrestling content.
Does he look 34? Is that what you're trying to tell me? He looks 34?
He looks at least 30. What? There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
You just said there's nothing wrong with it.
What he looks 34. He looks 34.
Hey, I said 30.
Okay, no, but
I said 30.
No,
he said he's 34.
You adjusted the 30, VC.
Whatever you say, move the goalpost, bro. Yeah, I don't know about that.
What are you talking about? Okay. All right, let's keep it going. Cyberpunk got delayed November 19th. Basically, they said that they need more time to polish the game. The game needs more polish. It's still, they're having, like, there's a lot of stuff like with the open world and with all the quests, just things aren't working bug wise the way that they want it to. But everything's complete. All the systems. What? Bug fables. All the bug fables aren't working correctly. But yeah. So what do you guys think, man? November 19th. Okay. Does this seem like it looks like it's going to be a PS5 launch then, right? Are they going to make? I mean, because like the PS5 version apparently, and the Xbox Series X version, they're not ready yet.
Yeah.
Or there isn't going to be one. There isn't going to be a PS5 like a real, like, we're making this for PS5. What it's going to be, from what I understand, is smart. Well, sorry, there is going to be one, but it's called smart delivery. So if you've already purchased the game, you'll be able to get the Xbox One version or Xbox Series X version for free. There's free upgrade.
So quick question. What you're saying there is, when it comes to the PS5 and Xbox Series X versions, like if there was a physical version, it would just be, like you said, the smart delivery. It would say it on the box, smart delivery version. So it's not going to be something you could just pick up if you never picked up the game before?
There's going to be a PS5 version of the game.
There will still be.
That you can pick up. Like there's going to be one that they're going to make.
What I see is, like, if it's going to be released on the 19th and the consoles are rumored to be the 20th, then they'll just release the current gens the 19th, and the next day, next gen, they just release then. If they haven't ready by then.
The next gen, they're not ready. They're not ready for. That's what they said.
They probably won't be ready till next year.
Yeah, they're not. The next gen versions aren't ready. But what they said is that if you've already purchased it on Xbox One, you'll be able to get the next gen version. That include
the Stadia version?
Is this coming to Stadia?
Yes, it is.
Oh, so does that include Stadia, like, on the 20th, like, or like not on the 20th, but like
I don't think Stadia is included in all this. I don't think Stadia. Because
it is releasing on Stadia.
Yeah, it's released on Stadia. I just don't think the Stadia version's included in all this stuff. So
I'm still surprised that that's even a thing.
You know what's sad about when I saw the tweet? We live in an age where companies have to say sorry for not releasing a hot steaming pile of shit.
Hey, people want the pile of crap early. That's what they want.
But they have to apologize.
I was complaining about Sword and Shield, and you know what? They didn't take a longer time. They came out with a game that I wasn't a huge fan of.
In all fairness,
I had to play through the game. I had to play through the game, though, to realize, of course, because like I said back then, gotta give it a chance at least, and I did.
You'll find any way to bring Pokemon up. We're talking about.
No, I'm only bringing it up just to make up just a comparison, just something to bring up.
In all fairness, comparing Pokemon to Cyberpunk isn't fair because Pokemon has an anime that releases with it, a movie,
Merchandise.
a bunch of other merchandise. So they can't really delay anything when it comes to that. Cyberpunk is its standalone thing.
Yeah.
They can do whatever the fuck they want with it.
And that's the best part. It just goes like to show they care about their games, they care about how they make them, and they want to make sure they take their time.
Daddy CD Projekt Red. I love CD Red.
Yeah, they do a good job. But the way you were talking about them earlier today was a little bit. I know you were joking around there.
No, I'm dead serious. They're literally the perfect gaming company.
Oh, I can see that. I'm just saying how you phrased everything was just funny.
Yeah, Daddy CD Projekt Red.
I mean, I don't really see when it comes to gaming companies, I don't really see much wrong with them. They also run good old games, right?
Yes, and GOG Galaxy, which allows me to use one launcher for everything I own.
Yeah, I actually have it installed, and it's so funny because like they actually have like communities on there. And like I saw like Animal Cross, like people that can like that are playing Animal Crossing, and like you can.
Oh yeah, they have communities for games that aren't even on PC.
Yeah, like here's my good old games. I'm just letting people see to know what I'm talking about. Like I booted up that, and like this is good old. And by the way, it was instant. By the way, like it's super fast. And,
it's very well optimized.
And there's just like Animal Crossing, and you can watch videos and stuff. It's kind of weird. And they tell you the developer and the release date. I mean, it's like whatever. But like, you could build your activity feed of when people are playing, and I don't know, help out your game. I mean, it seems like they go above and beyond. That's what big, they do. That's what Big Z is doing. Is trying to portray here about CD Projekt Red. Like they don't got to do all this stuff, but they do it. You know.
They do. I mean, and every game they like maybe there's games they've made you're not into, but can you ever name a truly bad game from?
I can't say that a game that's truly bad. It's just stuff that I try to play them and I don't like them, you know. But
exactly, like it's something that's not.
What did they do before The Witcher?
They had card games and different stuff, but again, they weren't bad.
Okay, yeah, because my first CD Projekt Red game was The Witcher 1 on PC, and I liked it. I just never finished it, but I thought it was okay. Then The Witcher 2 on the Xbox and the PC, which I thought it was okay. I just didn't like it. And then Witcher 3, which once again, I thought it was okay. I just didn't like it, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, their games aren't for everyone, but there's certain developers and publishers that's like... Okay, what's a good example of this? Sort of like Mojang and Minecraft. Like, Minecraft isn't my thing, but for me to say it's a bad game is disingenuous.
You're just being objective. That's really what it comes down to.
Like, it's not a bad game. It's just not for me.
It's not for you.
Yeah. Just like Last of Us, it's not for me. I played it, I beat it.
It's not for me either.
It might be a bad game. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Hey, all I'm going to say is I heard, I'm not spoiling anything, at least half of the game is good, and the other half is not good. I'm not going to say what...
Part 2?
Yeah, that's why I've seen a review from someone
I heard it's like Mass Effect 3 level in terms of ending.
Well, not even just in terms of ending. How it structures everything, too, is a bit
But here's the thing, though. People are blinded because Mass Effect 1 has pacing and structure issues. And they just ignore it because the graphics look good and they love the story.
It was the first game in the series, technically.
But, no, I understand. But what I'm just trying to say is, but I think a lot of Naughty Dog games have issues with pacing and structure, and people just ignore it. Like, a lot of people just say, I don't care. Like, I don't care, but there's a lot of pacing and issues with even with Uncharted games. There's issues here and there with how it's paced and stuff like that. And people just say, I don't care, it's Naughty Dog, graphics, like story, like there's voice acting, like people they just don't care. Like when it comes to, because like there is severe pacing issues, like severe boredom in Last of Us Part 1, and everyone praises this game as if it's just superiorly paced and all this stuff, which is I don't get it. Like you're sitting there and you're slowly walking, slowly doing things, and then other times you're blasting through stuff. There are severe pacing issues with this game, and the reviewers they don't care at all, you know. Like
if Last of Us was a Netflix series, I would love it.
It is going to be a show. Last of Us, there is a show coming.
Okay, dude, I'm gonna love the show then.
Oh, the show will probably be great. Dude,
that cinematography in the game is better than most shows now.
Yeah. David Valdez with a big $25 donation through Super Chat, and he says, just supporting the live stream. Thank you so much, David Valdez. Thanks for the top streaming.
That's awesome.
Thank you for the 25.
The man, bro.
Appreciate that, man. Really do appreciate it. You guys give some love, respect, and emotes to that. No, I'm not going to say The Last of Us is a bad game. Just like I'm not gonna say like The Witcher 3 and some of the other games that like I don't like are bad games, because there is good. There's some parts like when I take somebody's face and I go, bam, and I slam them into the wall. That's cool. When the gunplay in The Last of Us, if The Last of Us made a game that had like the gunplay in that game is good. It is flat out good. Shooting people and like how the cover system works, how it works, not necessarily the AI and the stealth within there. The stealth is trash stealth, but the cover system and the gunplay is very high quality. And the sounds are very good. It feels good to blast somebody in that game.
The reason why it sounds good and looks good is because it looks like it sounds like a movie.
Well,
yeah. Is he wrong?
That's why the audio is so important.
Yeah, that's like, well, look, that's part of the experience, right, guys? That's part of the experience. But with Cyberpunk, getting back to that, like I'm fine with them delaying the game. It's already been delayed 5 million times anyway, right?
It's not like they announced it in 2012 or anything.
In all fairness, with Cyberpunk,
Did they announced it in 2012? God damn.
Yeah. Hey, here's the thing.
It's gonna be 2011 by the time they release and be like, well, we might as well say we have a second game in the works for next decade.
It's gonna be 2077 when that game actually comes out, bro.
See,
when the next game or that game?
You see, VC, when they announced it, they sort of like were in a rock and hard place of it because it was a licensed game, so they sort of had to get it out there that it was a thing.
It's based off of a board game, right?
It's a tabletop RPG, which is
tabletop
amazing.
RPG, yeah.
I played that game probably thousands of times.
It's good.
It's amazing.
Okay. I would like to see them make that tabletop game into an actual game that we can play virtually, digitally.
It's called Tabletop Simulator. There's a mod for it.
Oh, okay, man. I might have to check that out. All right. So Cyberpunk got delayed. No issue there.
I'm hyped for it. At least it comes out around my birthday.
Yeah. You gonna pick it up on PS4?
Yeah, probably.
Or
I already got the game pre-ordered 4 times.
Okay.
Are you serious?
I'm being dead serious. I got it on Steam. I got it on GOG.
You definitely got on Stadia, didn't you?
Nope, I got it on Xbox One, and I pre-ordered my buddy on PS4.
You gotta get all 5 of them, all 5 rings. You gotta get all of them. Where's Stadia? How you miss out on Stadia, man? It's the future of gaming.
I'm probably gonna get it again.
You see posts on Twitter, the future of gaming, Spider-Man and PS5, Halo and Series X, Cyberpunk and Stadia. That's what they promote on social media, guys. That's what they promote as the future of gaming.
I'll buy it for you on GOG. I'll buy it for you.
I just want to make sure
I don't even use GOG. I don't even know what the hell that is that you're telling me. I'll be completely honest. Don't even know what that is.
Well, it's PC. Your PC's not going to be able to run the game properly.
Of course. It wouldn't even run it at all.
I would give CD Projekt Red money. That's all.
Hey, you're supporting them. It works.
It won't run the game properly. You should just save that for like a giveaway on your channel or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But what I was going to say, I want to make sure that I say this, guys. The Last of Us, I might do a video on it. But I just want to make sure I say this because, look, The Last of Us Part 1 is not I don't think it's a bad game. I just don't think it's freaking crazy game of the year, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of, everyone was just, with the pacing issues and with the LE on water things for some of the stuff in this game is just not, is not 10 out of 10. It's not 10 out of 10. In my opinion, it's just not 10 out of 10 material with the pacing and with the glitches and with the bugs and with the brain dead AI. That doesn't make a 10 out of 10 game to me, in my opinion. So that's all I'm trying to say. It's not that it's a bad game, but it's not a 10 out of 10 game, and it's not that. I just don't think that it's that when you have.
I mean,
brain
if you
dead
play
AI,
the original PS3 version, it's even more mind blowing because when you look at it, that's on a PS3.
Oh, the graphics are amazing. I think the graphics and the gunplay. That gives it to me at least minimum of a 7.
I actually prefer the PS3 version because when I've played it, it's even more impressive. Yeah, the PS4 whatever can handle
frame rate
handling it better.
Frame rate's
it is, but when you look at it on the hardware it was designed on, they really pushed it to its absolute.
That's true. They did push PS3 to its limits. So,
and I played on a fat PS3, like the original.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and move on here, guys, to the next topic. We got a lot of topics today. There's a lot of stuff that went down.
A lot of stuff been going on this whole week. It's been a pretty crazy week, actually. And out of nowhere, too. Out of nowhere, just the last few days. Last few days, all news came.
Pretty crazy week. Next up is also I want to just get a couple donations in before we move on to the next topic. Shout outs to Nightshade with the $10, and he says, "What's up, Ninja Village? Hope everyone is well tonight. Exciting times ahead in the world of video games. Shout outs to Sean LMAO. Sad we don't have E3 this year, but we are making the most of it. Stay real, OJ, VC, and Big Z." Thank you so much, Nightshade. I appreciate the 10. Also,
you were about to say Big Sips again, weren't you?
No. Wait, what did I say?
I'm joking.
Did I say
no?
okay.
You said the right thing. I'm just
okay.
joking.
I was like, wait a minute, what did I just say? I'm actually tired.
You're good. Don't worry.
Nightshade, thank you for the 10.
You woke
also,
up early, like for the Pokemon thing the other day. You got some rest. I feel you.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good right now. Tonight I'm gonna finish The Last of Us. Though I'm definitely gonna finish The Last of Us Part 1 tonight. So I'll do that. I already got tomorrow's video ready to go. So I just gotta make the thumbnails and all that. Or tomorrow morning's video ready to go. Troy Perry with the $11 says, "I'm just here so I won't get fined." That and wrestling/video game talk. This man really loves his wrestling. Like I'm
telling you, go check out his channel. He's been working on his videos. I helped him make some new thumbnails. He's working on that now. He's got everything going. He's about to hit 100 subscribers. Yes. He's right there. Yep. 10 subscribers away.
Yeah, you know what?
He makes video game content, wrestling content.
I've been watching. I'm not into wrestling as much as you are, man. But dude, your channel's definitely getting better. So keep at it, man. Keep at it. Thank you for the $11 though. We appreciate that over here. You guys check out Troy Perry's channel. As well. All right, so let's go and get into this next topic here, guys, and that is Pokemon Snap.
Yes.
New Pokemon Snap. New. That's the name of the game. New, and it seems like it's a 2020 game because it said coming soon.
Yeah, it did say that.
It did say that. Big green font. So it looks like a 20. This is not a game, in my opinion, that's like a 3-year or 4-year type of game. This is like a year and a half to 2-year type of development game, in my opinion. I think they probably started on it in 2018, and they got it popping this. It'll get popping this year. So you take pictures of Pokemon. This is the first time in 20 years since we've seen Pokemon Snap. It was originally released on the N64. Where you roll around in this little minecart type of deal, and you take pictures and you complete your Pokedex. And the interesting thing about this game is that it's not just taking pictures, but you actually have to try to manipulate the Pokemon to do things to take pictures and get the best shots. And you are rated based off of the shots that you take. So as like it's based on like in the frame. There you go, Pokemon Snap, looking kind of crusty, but you got it.
The reason why it's crusty is because it's not mine. It was one of my old friends, and we stopped being friends anymore, so I never got to give it back to him.
In VC, what platform is it on? The superior platform.
That's not.
Yeah, the superior platform is the Switch. That's why it's new Pokemon Snap. The fix the other Pokemon Snap.
So Pokemon Snap is back, and I think that it's gonna be one of those chill type of games. VC, what was your thought process? I know you have the original game, so I know you played it back then. When you were growing up. What's your thought process on the new Pokemon Snap on what they showed?
My first thought, wow, this game is beautiful. I didn't know Game Freak could make these graphics. Second thing I thought, damn, Bandai Namco made this game instead. That's no surprise. They made Pokken. Mm-hmm. Third thing I realized, how many Pokemon are going to be in this game? If all the Pokemon are in this game, and that's like the gameplay, like just all the Pokemon, take pictures of them all to fill a Pokedex.
You think there's going to be all the Pokemon in the game?
$60, take it.
You think there's going to be all the Pokemon?
There should be. If it makes sense, because back in the day, there was only 151, and if there's at least all the Pokemon, come on, they were showing a bunch of Gen 5 Pokemon, Gen 6 and 7. They're showing a bunch of
all of the Pokemon, though. Maybe like it's only a lot.
They need 800 plus. Dude, okay. And that's all. That's not asking for a lot. The whole game is just taking pictures. Just give us multiple Pokemon, and by multiple I mean the all.
That's the Pokemon company you're talking about.
I know, but Bandai Namco is more likely to give us all the Pokemon than Game Freak.
Are they?
At least I have more faith in Bandai.
How many Pokemon did we get in Pokken?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
But you said they're more likely. Are they?
No. But that's technically not the same because it's a fighting game.
No, it is the same. You said Bandai Namco's likely to give us more Pokemon. Yeah, did you see Pokkен's roster?
Yeah, but that's because Pokken's a fighting game.
How many is in the roster again?
Your comparison just now is like my comparison. So listen, your comparison just now is like my comparison with Forza and the Pokemon. That's the comparison that you're making. It's similar. It's in the same factor. It's exactly what it's doing, bro. Yeah, bruh. Pokemon Snap looks hype though. It does, but nah.
Bro, you wildin', bro.
No, you wildin', bro. What are you talking about?
Franchise. This is the same franchise the same developers involved. Bro, you named a car racing game compared to Pokemon. Like, what's going
That's because
on?
there is over 900 to over 1,000 different custom models.
But
Of different
how is it the same
animations
comparison when we talking about the
Forza.
same company? Like, hold up,
No.
like, explain this to me. We're talking when I mentioned Pokemon, we're
Yeah,
talking
like
about the same.
200 max. That'd be. I
Forza
hope the
and
game's
Pokemon
40
are the
bucks.
same
The
thing.
game better be 40 bucks if all the Pokemon ain't in there. That's all I'm saying. Better be 40 if all the Pokemon ain't in there. That's basically my last point.
Okay.
Baron, you can take the honor.
Well, Baron.
Yeah, y'all know. Y'all know I had to show up when this happened, right?
You skipped out on the Last of Us stuff. I was shocked.
Yeah, I'm shocked that you,
And the
you didn't come
PS5
through
stuff.
the Last of Us stuff. And we started at a time that
Well,
that you would like too, and you still didn't show up for that. What's up, Baron?
Well, look, I was busy and we done beat the dead horse on that now, so it's time to move on to the new horse we about to beat up. And
It better be. I saw you were beating up Skate 4. So
oh no, I was just trolling to see how people was gonna react. But OJ,
What
you got 2 minutes
to do?
2
What?
minutes.
and exactly 120 seconds to make me understand why new Pokemon Snap looks 3 generations better than Pokemon Sword and Shield.
2 minutes? I got 2
I
minutes.
need to know. You got to give me 2 minutes on why that is a factual thing that we have seen. Because
Sure. Want me to?
I can't understand.
Hold on, I'm not ready yet.
It'll take me 1 minute.
Why this is.
Ready? Go.
Bandai Namco is better at HD graphics than the Pokemon Company. Done. 5 seconds.
You know what? I knew you was gonna take the easy way out. I knew you was gonna do that.
What, you mean the factual way?
It's definitely not factual.
Instead of doing the correct thing and
I'm
dragging
pausing
the
this.
hell out of Game Freak for giving you a half-ass game and cool set up here develop Pokemon, made a astronomically better looking game than they did. It's so embarrassing. How do you feel when you look at Pokemon Sword and Shield after seeing that?
Well,
I look like I
doesn't
want
it
to
keep
puke.
angry?
I think maybe Game Freak should have made Pokemon Sword and Shield on rails so they can improve the graphics.
Oh, don't give me that bullshit about On Rails games have looked hideous for generations, going back to the House of the Dead and Sin and Punishment,
I think-
House of the Dead Origin, all that. The Resident Evil Dark Side Chronicles when we look like trash on the rails. Don't give me no crap
Wait a
about
minute.
them being on
Wait,
rails.
hold up.
That don't mean anything.
Resident Evil Darkside Chronicles looked amazing on the Wii.
No.
You're
No.
crazy.
The Umbrella Chronicles looked all right. Dark Side Chronicles, they didn't even try to improve the graphics. That was the second one. I had them both. I beat them both. I know.
Why are you
So
still
don't sit
counting the
here and act
time?
like all
DC?
real
Baron's
games-
talking. I already made my point.
Oh,
Don't sit
people
up
asked
here
me
and
to
act
pull
like
that
all
out
Rails
again. That's
games were
why
just
Dr.
these
was
visual
asking.
masterpieces because they
Let's
never
go
been
into
these
that. I didn't see
visual
who it was. Hold on.
masterpieces.
Dude, Umbrella Chronicles
So-
looked amazing as an on-rails game. And what about you remember the Dead Space game on the Wii? That looked amazing
Yeah,
on
Dead
the Wii.
Space Extraction.
That did look good for the Wii.
Dead Space Extract that looked amazing. So if they on-rails games are on rails, they should look amazing. If a developer can't make if a developer can't make an on-rails game that looks good, that's
An
lazy.
excuse. That's not an excuse for this game to look 2 generations ahead of Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Never- I never said it was.
No
You
way.
said wait, hold up, time out, Baron. You said you have whatever 2 minutes to explain to you why. I literally gave you the truth. Bandai Namco
That
is a
is
much
not
wait,
good.
time out. Bandai Namco is a much better developer with HD graphics than the Pokemon Company. Facts.
That's not good enough.
But that's the
Okay,
truth.
That's not good enough. That's not OJ, that's not good enough. That's a scapegoat. And I don't want you to take no scapegoat. I want you to really sit up here and take the
And
time
earn that
to acknowledge
scapegoat,
how trash Game Freak has been from what they've been doing.
Game Freak
So don't
is
sit up here
not.
and do-
I literally acknowledge that. Game Freak is nowhere near as good with HD graphics as Bandai Namco. Bandai Namco has had experience with HD graphics since the 7th gen. Game Freak made their second HD game compared to Bandai Namco. So I am literally saying that yeah, you're right. Bandai Namco is a much better HD developer than Game Freak. What do you want me to say?
I want you to say that it's not acceptable for a spinoff to look better than the mainline game. That's what I want you to say.
It's the
I
okay.
want
Yeah,
you to
Game Freak.
condemn their
Game Freak.
laziness
Game Freak.
for what they have done.
Game Freak needs to do better. I already stated that they need to do better.
Yeah, I know you did.
I never said that they did it. Game Freak needs to get better at HD games. They need to get better at making their craft, and they will. But they need to get better. Bandai Namco's seasoned. Bandai Namco can make. They made Pokken. They made before. Bandai Namco has always made great looking games.
Will they? Will they though?
They did with the 3DS. They did. They improved the graphics greatly on the 3DS from the original Pokemon X and Y to Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon. So if they follow the same courses that they did with the 3DS, then yes, they'll make the graphics look better. Because I can compare the graphics. Compare Sun and Moon to X and Y. There is a massive difference in graphics.
I'll put it to you like this. To hell with all that shit. It's time to make a change. It's time to make a change. It's time to turn the keys over to somebody else because I don't think it's going to get any better than what you got.
Maybe they give it to Animal Crossing devs.
Wait, one and done. They get Game Freak gets one shot and that's it.
One shot. They've had 20 years of shots, and look how.
What are you talking about?
No, you said 20. Like
they've only made of time, and then they're making this whole DLC expansion, which looks barely better than.
Well, it's not going to look better. What? Yeah, hold on. You expect it to look better?
It's a deal.
I hope that's a joke.
It's a deal.
I mean, Torna looked significantly better.
Torna looked a bit better. It didn't look significantly better.
Torna's different. Torna's a full different game. It's an expansion. This isn't like a DLC expansion. The story takes an hour. This is not the same.
That's got to do with anything. You can still.
It's got to do with everything. It's got to do with everything.
It's the way that they
I'm on your side, but I'm simultaneously.
The length of the expansion has nothing to do with anything.
Well, the amount of what he's trying to say is that it's not a full type of it's not a standalone game. Torna is a standalone game.
Oh Lord!
You need Pokemon Sword and Shield to buy the. That's what VC's trying to. He's just trying to say that.
It is. It is. Well, it's not a Spider-Man standalone game where it's 5 to 10 hours. It's a 30-hour standalone game, Torna. But if you want to talk about the Spider-Man standalone,
but I mean, Torna looks a little bit better than Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It
looks better in Definitive Edition, in my personal opinion.
It looks better than Definitive Edition because that's a Wii. It looks better than that, but I mean, it doesn't look like, oh my gosh, this looks like 10 times better. And not only that, but Torna is just so much smaller in scale. There's 2 Titans on Torna.
A Titan and a half.
There's a Titan and a half, and then that Titan's. Well, I'm not gonna ruin it.
Oh well, no, and that's the full one you're about to ruin.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ruin it, but there's barely any space in that game. I mean, you're on one. Essentially, you're on one Titan the whole game. So
you chill in the same 2 towns, and that's 3 towns at most.
There's barely
3 towns at most. 3 towns at most. You chill in.
There's barely any towns, but it's still dope though because it's like
there's so much stuff you can do.
Yeah, there's so much stuff to do.
I beat the game twice.
Yeah, no, Torna's extremely good. It's not. It's nowhere near as the scope of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is much. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is a much larger game, in scope in comparison. But anyway, no, Bear, look, I feel you, bro. I see what you're trying to say. Definitely Game Freak needs to get a lot better. But I mean, I don't think they're gonna hand it off to somebody else. They're not gonna give the Pokemon franchise to because Game Freak they actually own Pokemon. They own part of Pokemon or Creatures Inc. or whatever.
They own a big percentage of it, but that doesn't mean. Well, if they just hand this shit out, because that's what they're doing, they just hand development partnerships out. How about they just split the development cycle with another developer?
They might.
Kind of like Call of Duty. They should. Good idea. That's a great idea.
Yeah, they might. What they might do is they might just get somebody to help them work on it, like the next Pokemon game.
Please, Monolith Soft. Please work your magic on another game.
People complain about Monolith Soft graphics all the time, though.
Hey, Animal Crossing looks great. I wonder who helped work on that.
Well, they helped work on the little things on that game.
Hey, help is help. That's all that matters.
Anything Monolith Soft makes will look 15 times better.
Anything it touches, it does great.
People roasting freaking Xenoblade over the open fire though, bro. Come on, guys.
That's because they were like, oh look, they're slipping. That's really what the haters did.
People be roasting. They on the Spawncast, They sit here praising Death Stranding to hell and back, and then roasting Xenoblade. Which Xenoblade's like a way better game. They roasted the hell out of Xenoblade, but praised Death Stranding because it's in 1080p or because of graphics. You know, like
they were just waiting for Monolith Soft to slip. That's literally what it is.
So I mean, like y'all sitting here saying, "Oh well, Monolith Soft did it," but will they praise? Would people be praising them because Monolith Soft be getting roasted to hell and back for their game's graphics?
Absolutely, but guess what? They games still rate very high. They sell well. So
I understand that, but what I'm saying is, and like I said, obviously no hate to this podcast. Like I'm just saying, like they were roasting Monolith Soft's graphics, and not even just us, like the people that I associate with, like Digital Foundry, all the people in that chat and people there, they all be roasting Monolith Soft's graphics too. You know.
I'm not gonna cap. I play most of it in handheld mode, and it looks great compared to having it on a monitor. Holy crap! It looks blurred and expanded on a monitor, but handheld mode, it looks good. I'm playing it. Like, you know what I mean? It's not something where it's like, this is ugly. Put it in the dock and playing. I wouldn't recommend it personally. I need to get the M cable if I'm gonna do that.
The game looks good on a 4K TV, even without an M cable. The game looks good.
Oh, I don't got that. So.
Or even on 1080p, it looks good. It looks good on any.
It should look better on a TV lower than 4K. So what are you saying?
It should look fine on your TV. It should look fine.
It should look way better on a 1080p TV.
I see on my monitor, it looks amazing. I have a 1440p monitor with M cable. It looks fantastic on there with the M cable.
So come on, y'all know how this trash go. They try to trash anything that's graphically on Switch.
But what I'm just saying is that, like, I don't think Monolith Soft is the key to the key to the Pokemon graphics.
I think they are the key.
Anybody's the key. The hidden secret. People were saying after Pokemon released, this is what games gotta look like. And I remember I mentioned that once, like a long time ago. I
remember you mentioning that. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, and I didn't even not to say I didn't mean it, but like I didn't expect it to ever happen. And clearly, it doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. But Bandai Namco is still making games for the Pokemon Company, and this game looks great.
Baron,
and yes, the on rails.
What are you doing, Baron?
He's doing some ASMR stuff right now. Yeah. Baron ASMR. Check him out.
But go ahead. Keep on going, PC.
Yeah, I'm hoping that what Baron said about the cycle actually is a thing that does happen, because the 3-year cycle isn't long enough to make a mainline game, and they need to keep putting things in between.
3 years
that Game Freak isn't working on.
3 years isn't long enough to make a mainline game?
Not for them. Nope.
3 years.
We saw Sword and Shield.
3 years is plenty long enough, VC.
Baron, how are you going to defend how long it took them to make Sword and Shield, and you saw how bad it was?
It took them 2 years to make that game.
I'm going to tell you that. That's a damn lie. They told you they took 3 years to make that. They lied to you.
Well,
they took 3 for one. Every single time they take 3 years. That's been their cycle since Black and White.
That's a damn lie. That game didn't take 3 years. That's for sure.
Pre-production it took, but pre-production yes, but actual in-game development was 2. But pre-production, like they're thinking about.
Yeah, it takes a year to do the design.
You've got to do exactly. You got to draw everything. You got to. Game development takes a long time, guys. It's even for games that are lesser or not maybe what you wouldn't think would take a long time. Take a long time. You know, like, I mean, look at The Last of Us. The Last of Us took, The Last of Us Part 2 took, that game straight up took 6 years or something like that. They've been working on this game for a long time, you know. So game development takes a long time. Even if, like I said, even if you have graphics like Sword and Shield, you know, 3 years is a moderate time, you know. Breath of the Wild took, I think, 5 or 6 years.
Well, yeah, 3 years is a good cycle, but like, with how the Pokemon series has been, I feel personally they need to take more time, especially since, like you said, they're not good at making games in HD, or just in general for 1080p screens, all that kind of stuff. So they truly need more time to work on the game, just to make sure to make it look good and make it play good.
Because of the Switch.
Well, yeah, they did delay it a little bit more because they had to port the game over. But even then, like, it took them a long.
And they chose to release it as a launch title.
Yeah, they chose to, but I mean, I think that the game still would have been like, you know, at least 4 year development cycle, even without the Switch. It would have been a 2016 game anyway, you know. But even still, like you know, kind of going like to what VC was saying, like with Pokemon, and I mean, we're talking about new Pokemon Snap. I mean, we're supposed to be talking about new Pokemon Snap.
New Pokemon Snap look beautiful. I love how the water looks. I love how the trees look. I love how the mountains
look. N64 trees no more.
Not a single one in sight. They look like PlayStation 4.
I can't
Xbox
wait till
One
the
S.
game comes out.
flags.
I can't wait till the game comes out and it's 378p in portable mode for 3 seconds, and then everyone's gonna start roasting the ground. I can't wait because y'all talk about how great this game looks. I can't wait. I can't wait till Digital Foundry.
Like you and have a 1440p whatever TV and M cable and make everything look great. I'll be just like that for me too. I'll make it look great, just like you did.
And everyone's gonna start roasting this game, like, oh, it should have, like, I can't, because that's what that is the Nintendo Switch cycle. It happened with Xenoblade. Oh, this game looks great. Oh, and all of a sudden, wait a minute, we got numbers now. Oh, this game looks.
What is this?
This game looks like trash. So I mean, like, that's the Switch. That's the Switch cycle. You know, that's the Switch cycle. So we'll see with this game. Everyone's saying it looks good now. Let's see when it drops and we start getting some numbers. All of a sudden, no, it don't look so good.
If I hear 720p 60 FPS, is all I need to hear.
Yeah, wait, 720p 60 FPS?
Because that's the most we can expect.
This is gonna be a 30 FPS game. Easy.
Why would it need to be 60?
I mean,
I just think
60 or 30.
make it more fluid, because if you're in the cart and you're looking at everything, you want it to be a little more fluid.
Fluid would be 60 frames would be nice for this type of game.
But you're
No,
moving at such a slow pace,
That's
so it wouldn't matter.
Well, sometimes you move fast, and sometimes you move fast, sometimes you move slow.
Ramps and
Yeah, like it's.
The thing is, every game needs
Bruh.
60, but it's
No,
like
I don't
30 is what they're gonna do.
If a shooter can play fine in 30, I'm pretty sure on rails.
Some people-
taking game.
Some people think shooters are unplayable at 30.
Yeah.
Shooters are unplayable at 60. You need above 100 FPS.
Well, I don't know about that. I think
I don't think I
60.
need above 100. Like, I think
Yeah,
PC people need above 100 FPS because you have to counteract the cheating, all the cheating that's going on. So you gotta make sure that you had tip top shape for all the cheating
Have
that's
y'all
going
ever
on. You know,
played
with a
Black
lot of
Ops
shoot
2
with a
on
lot of PC
360?
people.
Have you ever played Black Ops 2 in the 360?
I have, yeah.
You know how bad that is, right?
It's 60 most of the time, right?
No, I'm talking about the hackers.
Oh yeah, the cheat. Yeah, well, at the time that I played when it first came out, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, it got really bad. Yes.
No, like right now, it's hard to find a lobby without half hackers.
Well, I mean, why are you still playing Modern Warfare?
Yeah, why are you
That's the
I
problem.
played with a buddy for shits and giggles.
Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, anybody who's still playing the game now is obviously hacking and cheating. So, but anyway, Baron, what did you think about new Pokemon Snap though? Did you think the game is that a game that you're gonna pick up or that you're interested in?
Absolutely, because it's a successor to one of the good games on the greatest console ever incarnated at that time, the N64.
In that time, maybe
And
yes.
it's way
right,
better than the
in that
GameCube.
time.
Did
No.
you mean the?
So
Aaron said in that time, not in general. So just make sure you clarify.
It ain't like they went, to GameCube and try to remake a game. They went to N64.
Maybe they should have. The graphics are better on the GameCube for the Pokemon games, right? Maybe they should have, man. You'd be more happy with some, because like the Pokemon game, the GameCube actually got real Pokemon games, not taking snappy photos and hey you Pikachu and hey look at this and look at you
Pokemon
Pikachu.
TV channel was on the GameCube too. You know that, right?
What?
Pokemon TV channel.
That
was
doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Kind of game.
That doesn't matter. Hey you Pikachu 1 and 2 were on the N64.
Well, I'm put you like this.
Time out. There's a 2.
Yeah, there was Hey You Pikachu 2. Yeah.
I never even heard of Hey You Pikachu.
I didn't know there was a second one.
I know of Hey You Pikachu 1 because I've had it obviously, but 2. That seems like a myth.
Wait, hold up. Is there?
I'm pretty sure there is.
There's a second one to that. Yeah.
Is there a second one?
There's no way.
No, there's no
believe
second.
it.
There's not a real second one. No.
What
Yeah.
do you mean not a real? Is there like a fan made one?
Yeah,
or-
I think-
Probably.
Yeah. There's not a real second Hey You Pikachu. I think what he's talking
Yeah.
about. Sorry, it's the game that you're talking. What's the game that you're talking about? VC on the
Pokemon
GameCube?
TV channel.
Pokemon TV channel or something like that. Sorry, my bad, guys. But anyway,
it's basically Hey You Pikachu.
basically, what I'm trying to say is that GameCube got actual real
Basically,
Pokemon.
I was right there, but yeah, continue.
GameCube got actual. I said you were right. GameCube got
I'm
actual.
saying for the chat. The chat sometimes they don't like to count. They don't like to count the numbers on the board whenever I am right. They're like, oh, he's wrong. L.
Well, we don't got Avid on here, so you can take a.
Oh no, he
L's.
already put an L in the chat. It was probably for me. I thought it was for Baron, but probably.
But GameCube got real Pokemon games, Baron. You know that, right?
I'm gonna put it to you like this: what game was more requested and more memorable for the fan base? The games on GameCube or 64?
GameCube.
No.
Why are you gonna lie? You just gonna sit up here and lie like that? We literally got an N64 sequel announced, and you up here gonna say GameCube?
GameCube.
Ain't nobody was out there capping for nothing that came out.
People really want Wind Waker. People really want Wind Waker.
I'm talking about Pokemon related.
Oh, you're talking about Pokemon related? I mean, Pokemon related, it's different though, because people like the Pokemon GameCube games, they weren't made by Game Freak, right? Like they had stadiums, they had the calls.
Stadium. I prefer Stadium over Snap personally, and I have all of the spin-offs. Pokemon Stadium 1 and Stadium 2.
Like Stadium.
There's so much content in those games. You had single player, you had the multiplayer with rentals, and you could play with friends. You had the mini games, and that was great with friends too. Great time when you get like.
I mean, people like N64 because it's it's a lot of nostalgia driven hype. When you actually go back and play the games.
They're a lot of fun.
Yeah,
they're still
I
good.
have for it there. I play Pokemon Stadium. Kind of really.
Pokemon Stadium, even on the N64, I think it's good, but the ones on the GameCube were even better. And then they also had like adventures on the game. They had Pokemon like adventures on the GameCube.
Yeah, they had story mode type stuff.
Story mode, type stuff. That was actually pretty good.
I preferred more than Gale of Darkness, but I know a lot of people preferred Gale of Darkness.
Yes, Gale of Darkness was great. You know, they had they had some great stuff. N64 didn't get that. You know, so.
Oh,
hey, we got to go through the badges, and then we also had the little tournament mode too. There was stuff, there was content.
But it wasn't Gale of Darkness though.
It wasn't Pokemon Coliseum either in that regard. But hey, if we were to get a new Pokemon Stadium, I wouldn't expect a story mode like Coliseum and Gale of Darkness. I would assume it's just a brand new, like how they do new Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Stadium.
What does everybody want? Like, what does everybody want Paper Mario to go back to?
1,000-year
door. 1,000-year. They don't say the original, but they say 1,000-year door on the GameCube.
Super Paper Mario.
That's
better.
true. They specifically do say that one.
Yes.
I personally say both the N64 one and the GameCube.
1,000-year door.
Says 1,000.
Yeah, but Super Paper Mario.
That man really reached down in the bag of, desperateness to pull that out. You just got to get over it. People are more demanding of 64 type games than GameCube games. You just got to get over it.
I'd be more than happy to. I wish there was a great Fire Emblem game for me to request from the N64.
Oh yeah.
I wish there was
how about that amazing Metroid game on the N64 too? Remember that amazing? You guys remember those amazing Metroid games on the N64? They should bring those back too while they're at it.
How about those amazing licensed wrestling games on GameCube?
Look at you bringing up wrestling. Go to Troy Perry's channel, bro.
Yeah, Baron. You should subscribe
to those amazing first-person shooters on the.
How about Def Jam? Maybe they should bring back some Def Jam, huh?
I said license.
Let's bring back some Def Jam, huh, Baron? Want to bring back some Def Jam or what?
I said licensed wrestling video.
But GameCube got wrestling. You said act like GameCube don't got any wrestling games that are dope. GameCube got wrestling. Def Jam's dope.
Not compared to N64.
Def Jam's good. Def Jam is super good. Stop it.
Yeah, Def Jam is really good.
Yeah, so let's not act like they're like I say. Where is my Metroid? Just where's Metroid on the N64?
Where's my damn Perfect Dark?
Where is Metroid? We got dude, Time Splitters. It just wasn't as hyped.
If you don't stop with that damn Time Splitters,
I'm telling you, Time Splitters is dope.
Tripping, Baron.
I'm telling you, Time Splitters is dope. You tripping. Time Splitters is really good. It's just didn't get the hype because it's a bald white guy.
Anything needs to come back. Time Splitters needs to come back.
Did you just say it's because the guy was bald?
Yeah, it was because they thought he looked stupid.
What?
Yeah, they thought he looked like Mr. They thought he looked like Mr. Clean. I know this. My friend said that I don't want to buy this game because he looks like Mr. Clean. I don't like Mr. Clean. That's what my friend said.
I've never heard that.
That's you, but I heard that. It was Mr. They didn't like how he looked like Mr. Clean.
Has anyone else heard that? Tell us in the chat.
I've not heard that because he was bald headed.
Never heard that either.
Yeah, because he was bald. Because people were looking for like Joanna Dark. They wanted a sexy girl on the cover. Or they wanted
I wonder why they wanted Joanna Dark.
Or they wanted Bond 007 Pierce Brosnan. They wanted somebody that's suave. They didn't want some bald looking dude on the cover. Like that's the reason why that game failed because it was a bald guy on the cover. It was. That game's dope though. You never played it. Have you played it?
I played it.
How's it not?
It was
How do
alright.
you not know it's dope?
It was alright. That's probably one of my most overhyped games ever. Honestly.
Oh my god, that multiplayer was not. Did you play multiplayer with friends, Baron?
Yeah, I played it. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, I had more fun with Freedom Fighters than I had with that game.
Okay, Freedom Fighters.
The game from EA.
Yeah, I remember Freedom. I played it. I remember Freedom Fighters. It was alright.
Freedom Fighters was a good game.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was good. He said, yeah, he was very generic. People see what I'm talking about.
Hey, Decepticon played a game on the GameCube called Lugia's Mansion.
Lugia? I think he got bottled by
Lugia.
autocorrect. Lugia's Mansion? Lugia's Mansion? Luigi's Mansion. See, people wanted Luigi's Mansion, and we got it. Oh, where did Luigi's Mansion start again, Baron? Where'd that start
Lord,
from?
here we go.
Where's that
People
from?
only gave a damn after it came out on 3DS. So whatever, dude.
And what happened after it came out on 3DS, and how beautiful did it look on Switch compared to Sword and Shield, which used to be on 3DS?
No, I'm just saying, where did the Luigi's Mansion franchise start? Where did Luigi's Mansion franchise start? GameCube! GameCube!
Where did the hype for a new Luigi's Mansion start?
Sword and
For
Shield look like
Switch, the 3DS. It didn't start because of the GameCube.
It started on GameCube, bro. The only reason why they made a sequel is because of the game, because people wanted the GameCube franchise brought back. What do you
The
mean?
only reason they made a third one is because how successful Dark Moon was. So let's not cap.
The first one sold over. It sold 2 million or something like that. The first one sold all right.
Dark Moon made it possible.
Look, the fan expectations, they wanted Luigi's Mansion to come back.
Because of Dark Moon.
No, when Dark Moon was made, they wanted Luigi's Mansion to come back.
No.
Listen.
Nobody was asking for Luigi's Mansion
That's
like that.
BS. No, you're a fraud. You're a fraud. You don't remember. People were hella asking for Luigi's Mansion to come back. No, that's fraudulent.
What you talking about?
That's fraudulent. People were hella asking for Luigi's Mansion. No, that's fraudulent, Baron, and you know that is. You know that is. You know good and well people were asking for Luigi's Mansion to come back. No.
They was not asking for when that game
Oh,
came
you're
out.
a fraud, Baron. You're a fraud.
They just happened to make it, and people was like, okay, cool, let's run with it.
You're a fraud. You're crazy. People were asking for Luigi's Mansion to come back. Stop it. They didn't just do it out of nowhere. It took them how many years did it take to make it?
For it like that.
Oh my god.
They weren't asking for it like that, dog.
You
need to
Baron.
stop.
Baron.
You need to stop.
No.
You need to stop.
You need to stop.
You need to stop.
You need to stop.
You need to stop. What did he go get?
He got his
He
GameCube.
got the whole GameCube.
He got his GameCube.
The
Look at this
N64 is better.
beautiful GameCube. And look, I can hold it from the handle. I could bring it to my friend's house, bring it to school.
Why is it so damn dusty?
Well, it's so damn dusty. This isn't dusty.
This
is
That fan was a little dusty, buddy.
Nah, it's not.
I mean,
It's not
look,
dusty.
look, I keep my GameCube in
I've had it since 2001 too, by the way.
pristine condition right here. Here's my GameCube right here. Y'all can already see it every single day. You know what I'm saying? Well, I got two.
But does yours have the Game Boy player?
I got two. Yeah, I have the game. I have another one with the Game Boy player. I got two GameCubes. I got this one right here. This is my display GameCube. Then I got another GameCube. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yo, the GameCube is the best. What game do I even got in here?
What game you
NBA
got?
Street V3. Let's go. I love that game.
Oh, by the way, hey, yo, you ever played those really cool anime fighting games like Naruto, Clash of Ninja on the N64 VC? Have you played that
On
game?
the
before?
N64?
Yeah,
No.
like Naruto.
Oh,
Is there
you
any-
really gonna clap for Clash of Ninja, which didn't really get good into the third one? Stop playing with me, bro.
What? Clash of...
Stop playing with me. Stop playing
Get off
with
my
me. 'Cause I
butt!
played
You
every
said Clash
last
didn't
one
get
of
good to
them.
the third. You said Clash of Ninja 2 ain't
I
dope?
played all three of them, dog.
You said Clash of Ninja 2. Wait,
all of
okay.
them.
Wait, are you trying to sit here and tell me that Clash of Ninja 2 is not dope?
Clash of Ninja
Personally, I
1
never
was
played it. I'll just
boo
say
boo.
that.
Clash of Ninja 2 was barely a step up. Okay.
Everyone's
The
saying
girl I was with at that time, she was a Naruto fanatic, and we bought those games day one.
I can't talk to you.
I
can't talk to you.
And I can't lie.
I
So
can't.
you
This
trying
is
to tell me
ridiculous.
Three ain't the best one.
3 is better, yes, but 2 was dope when it came out.
Oh my god. Oh, God.
Not gonna lie, they're hurt.
This man said Clash of Ninja 2. He said it didn't get good till 3. That's false.
Hey, I have a quick question, Baron. Tell me how you bring your console to a friend's house if they don't have it. I got a handle.
I mean, don't cap
You
with
gotta
the
get
handle.
the bag. You
about
gotta
the
take off the
N64?
wires. Yeah, with the N64, you have to put it in a bag, tangle it up with all the wires. This,
You
I have
still gotta do that with the GameCube. What you gonna go without the damn wires?
I have two
What are you
wireless
talking about?
computers. What are you talking about?
Clash of
I
Ninja
don't
was
have
not
to
good.
wait.
You still have to plug the damn thing into the TV. What are you
Clash of
talking
Ninja-
about? You
Clash of
can't
Ninja
like
is-
that.
Put all
But
the
look,
rubber band around
here's the
cables. Get out of
here's
here.
the thing though.
And you know what? And you know what else? You know what else?
What else?
90% of the time I didn't have to do that because they already had a 64.
Wait, let me ask you. Wait, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Based on sales numbers, that's technically not true. That's just your personal
Well,
experience.
no. Well, it was more than. Wait, hold up. He wins here because it was more than the GameCube though. The N64 sold more than the GameCube, so more people had an N64 than a GameCube. That's facts.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Definitely.
That's
so I
big
didn't
facts.
have to take my system. I rarely had to take it at all.
People
I
just
just had
didn't
to take the controller and the cartridge.
People just didn't have game. People just didn't have. People had N64s, not as much as PlayStations, but people just didn't have GameCubes, man. People just didn't have them. I don't know.
You think it was because of the logo? Like the change of the game?
Really?
Logo? Like they went from the N64 logo, which is like that's what people
that's
know.
not what why did
they went from this weird new font? Like you think that might have been why? Because you know how people are with media. They see something that looks a little odd to them, and they just don't go for it.
The real reason why
like that.
it was just because the PS2 just bought. We got to give credit where credit's due. PS2 just bodied everybody. That's really what happened.
Oh yeah, PS2 is amazing.
We just got to give credit.
That DVD playback option was
exactly the DVD. Look, listen. There's a lot of kids.
That was the main reason people bought it.
There's a lot of kids at that time. The internet wasn't around, and if you had a DVD player, that was that was good. It was good to have.
If you had a DVD player, it was almost like having a Ferrari, man. If you had a DVD player, boy, you was somebody.
A DVD player in 2001 and 2002 was very valuable, very, very, very valuable. And PlayStation gave you one of those with it. So PS2 just bodied everybody. It really wasn't anything the GameCube could do. Everybody got bodied. Xbox got bodied too. Like
yeah. It's still the better than the GameCube.
What's better than GameCube? N64?
No, the OG Xbox still did better.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it did. GameCube was. I think the OG Xbox. I think it did 24 million for the OG Xbox. So
yeah.
What? They only won by 2 million.
But still did better.
They were new though. It was kind of embarrassing because they were new. But the thing about it though is that Nintendo still had their port. Like the Game Boy Advance was killing it though. So at the same time. So the Game Boy Advance did 80 million in 4 years. Like that's Game Boy Advance did 20 million a pop. Like
Game Boy Advance didn't have a new Mario game.
No,
just think about that.
It didn't. It just had re-releases of old Mario games.
Oh,
yep. And the only actual real Mario game, which it technically isn't, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, one of the best games.
Yeah. It had like a lot of RPG type of like the tennis game. It had like a lot of RPG type of games kind of like baked into a lot of the stuff, which was cool, like little RPG games and things like that. Even like they had a Mario Kart though. They had the Super Circuit. They had a new Mario
Super
Kart.
Circuit is one of my favorite Mario Karts actually, especially when I was a kid on family road trips. I loved that.
Yeah,
I had a Game Boy Advance and I didn't use it much at all.
Yeah, because you were probably looking at playing like the bigger type of games at that time.
You probably found like Madden. Like what the hell am I looking at?
Oh no, I had I want to say it was Advance Wars.
Yeah,
and I had what was the name of the second Golden Sun game?
Golden Sun, not Dark Dawn. That's that's DS.
Was it Dark Moon? Dusk, something Dusk. I think. I feel like Dusk is in the name.
Lost Age.
Lost Age? I don't know what I'm thinking about.
Let me look at the Wikipedia for all the games I've played.
My Game Boy Advance barely got any play.
No, there's only two. There's
Pokemon Ruby version. All the time was sunk into that, most of it.
Golden Sun and the Lost Age. Yeah.
Lost Age.
But anyway, all right. Any other? Also, shout outs to Xavier, Dennis, and Black Officials. I don't know if I said their names right, but thank you guys so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. We are gonna go around the horn here because we finished all the topics. So we are finished.
Oh, we got done early tonight.
We did. We went through all the topics pretty because there was
talked
only 3
about
of us.
EA already.
Yeah, we did EA first, but did you want to give? I mean, Baron, we do have some time because it's less than 2 hours. So did you want to give your thoughts on any of the topics that we went over? We talked about The Last of Us Part 2. We talked about EA Play. I mean, if you want to talk about EA Play, what did you think about like Apex Legends coming to Switch?
I think EA Play was a complete dumpster fire.
Really?
Facts.
It was so trash and so boring. I think I could have, sat in the classroom and had somebody drag their nails across a chalkboard, an old school chalkboard, for like 4 hours instead of watching that. But we did get one good thing out of that is that we have 7 games coming to the Switch, which stupidly of me gets my hypes up for a Madden port. So I don't know if that's what.
Or they're going to give us Madden 14.
No, I don't think they're gonna. They're not gonna. EA does not want to make Madden on Switch. Plain and simple, they don't.
Well, I was surprised to see Apex, so it might be, but it's 7 games though, so we got.
Yeah, some of them are known.
They have.
They apparently Burnout is part of that.
Know, yeah, Burnout, Apex, and that little game. I forgot the name of that game.
It's called like
game that they shut off today.
The World of Random, something like that. Lost in Random.
Yeah, something like that. They confirmed it. Yeah, they confirmed it later today. So that's 3 out of 7.
Yeah. So
you know what I mean, we still got 4 more left. So we know Rush Squadrons.
Does FIFA count in that
list?
Yeah,
FIFA's gonna be in there. FIFA's definitely gonna be in there. So that's 4, right? So there's 3 more.
And hopefully all 3 of them are Dead Space 1, 2, and 3.
I don't know.
I got it.
They're probably gonna sell them separately.
One of them has to be Madden.
I don't think it's dude. I don't really because like pre-orders went live for Madden, right? And there's no Switch.
I think it's coming later on. I mean, that's why. You know, I mean,
I can't.
Why would they release a Madden port later when it's a yearly franchise?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying exactly. Why?
Because they probably started on it late, like dumbasses. I mean, they're already starting late. So I mean,
so they would just do next year's game on the Switch at the same time, then.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't.
Go ahead, Bear.
No, I say I don't know, man. They said, you know, what would the other 3 be if it's not Madden? Like they don't have that many franchises.
It's gonna
Unraveled 3.
Well, here's the thing: EA originals and indie titles could count.
Yeah, they do count. They do. Those EA originals.
So Lost and Random probably counts.
And what's that other indie game from that guy, the F the Oscars guy? He had an indie game too, so maybe that game's coming to Switch as well. So that
possible.
Game with.
I forgot what the name of the game
show
was.
That game, so I don't even know if that even coming out anytime soon.
Yeah, it's coming out next.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But I don't think EA. I'm gonna make a video. EA is still not on board. EA does not care about the Switch. This is we've got to do something to please investors. It's really not EA makes a lot of money. Okay.
They didn't even announce any of the games.
Yeah.
Like, how are you gonna say 7 Switch games are gonna be announced? You only tell us about Apex that's coming later in the year.
Yeah.
Like, I have a question about Apex on Switch. Why was it
maybe Nintendo was supposed to announce something? Who knows?
Nintendo not going to announce none of those games.
They have done it before.
Yeah, but I just...
So, I mean, who knows what the plans was before COVID? That's what I'm saying.
Dude,
so,
EA, look, EA's
but
gearing
I don't
up for
trust
next,
them at all.
I don't trust. EA's gearing up for next gen. They don't consider Nintendo a next gen system. They don't want Nintendo to be around. If Nintendo evaporated tomorrow, they'd be completely down. This is the same treatment that they gave to the Dreamcast. They were really hoping that Nintendo would just be... They were dead. Nintendo was dead to them. They want to do nothing with Nintendo. The only reason why they're releasing anything, did you guys know? Maybe if you guys did you guys know that when FIFA came out, you know who hit me up for a review code? Guess who it was? Nintendo.
Who?
Nintendo. Did you know that Nintendo helped develop the game FIFA for the Switch? That they lent resources for them to do it. So it was really
the first one. Yeah,
it was really Nintendo pushing just so they can have the world's game of, like, obviously FIFA's important, right? Just so they can say, hey, FIFA's on Switch. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, it's not like they lent a bunch of their developers. They just lent, like, resources and helped a bit. And
that's true about 2K as well, or did, like, NBA 2K when it first came to Switch?
No. 2K was on top of that by themselves.
Yeah, 2K was on top of it.
2K was in the launch trailer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they was. They was on top of it. They wasn't stupid.
Nintendo,
that was the first game I think they showed in it.
Nintendo really pushed for FIFA and really pushed for at least just one thing, which would be FIFA, which is fine because FIFA actually, even though it's trash on Switch, it actually sold well on Switch. You know, they made money. Both of them, Nintendo made money and EA made money. But like, I just don't think like this is the type of stuff that Nintendo has to do to even get a FIFA game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't trust EA on anything. Like, even how they presented the Switch version of Apex. It didn't seem like they were like, oh, we're big fans of Switch. Oh, we forgot one thing. Like it's always an afterthought. It's so much of an afterthought. It's
always the last thing.
Yeah, it's a joke. It's so much of an afterthought that they baked in a joke because they know good and well that it's an afterthought, which is fine. Yep. Like that's the prerogative. It's their business and it's work for them. But I just don't think that EA's on board or anything. Like they're not. They're hoping they don't care if the Switch dies. If anything, they're that cool.
Well, all I'm saying is that for you to release a Star Wars Squadrons game and it not be on a Nintendo platform has to be the dumbest business decision I've ever seen.
Aren't you surprised? I'm not surprised. The game looks beautiful and it wouldn't work on the Switch.
I'm not surprised. I'm not
Yeah.
surprised.
How
I'm
you-
not
how
surprised
you
at all.
surprised?
I'm not surprised.
I
know-
mean,
I know
this dumb and then this dumb. That's just dumb right there.
They
Like,
can get it to work on Switch, but they don't want to spend the time and effort to do so. That's the thing. Like you
that
got
game is not that fucking impressive. Like, I don't know why
graphically,
y'all
it's
looking at it.
good. It's good. It's not anything. It's not like the best.
It
I've
looks
seen,
cool. It's in first person, which is stupid. I don't know why it's in that, but
Because
I mean,
it's
it's not
an
that
air
mind-blowing.
fighting game where you're in a ship and you're. What did you guys
I
think?
know,
It's
but-
third person, like.
like
It's
the
gonna be in the
old Rogue
cockpit.
Squadron games. Yeah, I thought it would be
Well,
like
the
those.
old Rogue Squadron games are third person.
Yeah, the old one. Yeah, the old. I know everyone assumed that, but like, I personally am. I'm hype about being first person. Personally, I think that's dope.
because you play Xenoblade in first person, so I mean I can see. Why.
Oh Lord!
I'm not even a cap. There's gonna be footage of first person Xenoblade
I
in my
mean, you
review. I
play
have, too.
Xenoblade
I'm
in first
talking
person,
about it.
so-
In my, hey, not the whole time, but
I'm just
if I'm
saying.
in a beautiful area for the first time, I go in first person for the beautiful
Which
area.
is
for
like
the first time.
which is like a ghetto first person because like it looks like you got eyes on your stomach because it.
No, you raise it up. You have to use the D-pad. Raise it up. You have to raise it up because it literally
Okay,
is at
raise
your
it.
waist.
Okay.
It is at your waist when
Well,
you.
all I'm gonna say is that shouts out to Bandai Namco. They doing it right, and
Yup.
they understand
And
how to do
Namco,
it.
they're the homies.
Even though I
Yup,
still don't
always
understand how
raise it
Soul Calibur 6 is still not on the Switch. That's the only game.
Yo, I picked up Soul Calibur 6. I got it. Me, Abaddon,
This is-
Nintendo, Jake, and everyone picked
You know
up
why-
a copy.
That shit's hilarious.
You know why
$50.
you know why Soul Calibur's not on there? Because Soul Calibur just doesn't make enough money. You see, notice how they Bandai Namco ported
But the Nintendo fans love that franchise.
I know,
so I
but
don't
no,
understand.
the
Like,
PS4 and Xbox One version just didn't do enough. Like
Oh,
think about
yeah.
it. Like what got
Didn't
ported
do it
over?
at all.
What got ported from fighting? What did they look at from a business perspective?
Jump Force.
Jump Force.
Dragon Ball.
You know why Jump Force? Because Jump Force sold better than Soul Calibur.
better.
Much better than Soul Calibur. So like, okay, well, here's the money to make the Switch version of the game. Bam, we can pay for it. And on top of that, there's already a bunch of stupid arena fighters on the Nintendo Switch that already sell really good. You know, all of the
Whoa. Nothing is Soul Calibur now. You need to pump your brakes.
Dragon
Okay?
Ball Xenoverse has outsold. I think Dragon Ball Xenoverse on the Switch alone has outsold like the Xbox or PS4 version of Soul Calibur, or it's very close.
Well,
It's very
that's fine,
close.
but you gotta understand. It was to the point where they was giving us spin-offs and those were selling.
We got
Even
Kingdom
back on
Hearts.
the Wii when we had
That's a spin-off.
what was the name of that game on the Wii?
Yeah, like Soul Calibur Legends or something like that, or
Legends,
Yeah.
and that's sold. And I'm like, come on, you obviously know this fan base loves
No,
this franchise.
no,
it doesn't make any sense.
No,
So it's like,
you're right. No, Baron, you're absolutely right. What I'm saying is that like Xenoverse sold like 10 million copies, right?
well, it's Dragon Ball Z, dog.
there's
Like,
there's hella money to port. Whereas if a game comes out on PS4 and Xbox One and it ain't selling, they're gonna be more reluctant to bring over that game. It's the same reason like some stuff like Code Vein. Like what are they? Like, what's the reason for bringing over Jump Force? It's because the game's like My Hero. You know. Oh my God, yo, we got something going on here in the back.
Is someone drilling into your house?
Baron, you okay?
I think somebody trying to drill into my vault.
It sounds like it.
You just turned on the drill on me, bro. But anyway, yeah, those arena fighters sell real well on the Switch, so that's the reason why. But anyway, I think we'll wrap it up here, boys. I think we're good. All right,
what
guys.
else they had? They had,
Let's go do some
wait, they had
outros.
another game, didn't
Yo, so what happened, Baron? Someone drilling into your house
what
trying to
happened?
break
What
it?
happened? What happened?
I'll tell you by the way. But yeah, it's
Ace Tech
Hey, man,
HD
they
said,
had
"My
another
man."
game, man.
Yo, that's literally what it sounds
I'm
like.
at the dentist. Yeah, great. It's like 1:00 in the morning. What the?
Yo,
They had
that's
another
fucking.
game I wanted to talk about. I can't remember what it was. Damn, I
Um,
can't remember what that game was.
That's all good.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh well, forget it. It's EA. It don't matter that much.
Yo, are you thinking of that rocket game with all the rockets?
Oh, that
Rocket
fake
Arena or
ass,
whatever that was.
That fake ass Paladins Overwatch.
Fake ass Paladin Overwatch Fortnite combined with yeah.
Oh, that was embarrassing.
Bad.
That
I
was
feel
just
you. That's
embarrassing.
exactly what I was saying.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll wrap it up here, guys.
No
Let's-
questions.
Let's go. You know what? Yeah, we can take a couple questions. How about we do that? It's not even 2
Yeah,
hours.
we can
yet.
do that.
Yeah, let's take a couple questions. If you guys have questions, I'll answer them, or we'll try to answer them. We need a Fire Emblem GBA game to be remade. I mean,
Absolutely not. No more remakes.
Do
Let's
we?
stick with the new stuff, please.
I mean,
I would like some more new games. They're starting a new
Wind
generation.
Waker remake, please.
If people don't believe the Switch started a new gen, but I think
They
from this
just got
point
HD
forward,
remaster.
a lot
Come
less
on, man.
remakes.
I think we could see, like, if we did get a remake, I don't think it'd be the GBA Fire Emblem. I think it
We're
would
gonna
be.
get Path of Radiance.
It would be it would be the GameCube Fire Emblem. It'd be Path of Radiance, or it'd be Radiant Dawn, but it'd probably be Path of Radiance since that's the first one. Or they would do like
No more remakes.
Genealogy of the Holy War. They do something like that, something that would be like crazy to remake, kind of like they remade Gaiden, which that game's a crazy game. Gaiden on the original, oh my god, that game's crazy, and they remade it and they tried to level the craziness in that game. So they'd probably remake something like that. The GBA game is really just it's just a flat Fire Emblem. It's good, but it's just flat. You know, it's just okay. It's good, but it's just the Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. I mean, I don't think they need to do it. No, you just want it. There's a difference between they don't need to remake Fire Emblem on the GBA. I don't know how many people are clamoring for that. I think there's a lot of people clamoring kind of like for the ones that never came over to the US. There are still some Japan exclusive Fire Emblem games. They should probably look into remaking those instead of one that we already played.
I can't see the question, so
I can see them. Let's see here. Jaden says, "How about Baron's rant on The Last of Us 2?" Do you have anything to rant? Do you have anything? Are you angry about The Last of Us 2, Baron?
I know y'all want me to rant on it, but at this point, you just gotta let trash be trash and move on. You know what I mean?
Baron, did you beat The Last of Us?
I'm kind of done with it. Hell no, I didn't beat that whack ass.
I'm playing it, and man, I'm confused on how people think this is like the greatest game ever made.
That's what I'm saying, man. The AI is like something out of
AI
I don't know.
On normal, the AI is pretty. I think on the harder difficulty,
I think
it's better, but
I think the Ghost and Pac-Man had better AI. It's whatever. People like that shit. Let them have it. You know what I mean? You gotta understand, like, I don't have much comments for interactive movies because I'm a gamer. I play games. So
there's some game stuff in it. The gunplay is really good in that game. Deadlock7 says, "What do you think the Pokemon announcement is next week?" They said they had something new in development to show next week. Yeah, I made a video about that, Deadlock, that you didn't watch. Let's see here.
I swear to God, if a Pokemon game comes out this year, I'm gonna lose my shit.
It's not this year.
It was originally gonna be this year, I think.
What do you think it's gonna be? VC, what do you think it's gonna be, VC? And then we'll go to.
I think it was moved because I said it last year. Let's Go Johto or Gen 4 remakes. But if you guys saw that presentation the other day, they only had Johto Pokemon behind. And usually in the backgrounds, it's not like Sakurai where there's nothing in the background that relates to the topic. People are like, "Oh, purple and yellow chair, Waluigi's coming," idiots. For Pokemon, they literally place stuff in the background intentionally. So I see something Johto related will be announced, and probably Let's Go Johto.
All right.
I do not see Kanto being in that game. They're gonna screw it up.
Okay. What about
Gen 2 is known for having two regions, and they're not gonna have two regions. That's what I'm gonna bet.
Yeah.
Okay. Big Z, what do you think?
It's gotta be 2 new Let's Go's and then next mainline game announcement. I mean, just like they did before with Let's Go, Pikachu and Sword and Shield.
That's a good point.
I think it's something else. I think they might be a sequel to Pokken Tournament, honestly.
Do you think that would be another game too?
That would be hype. That would be
that would be hype. I just don't see them doing it.
If they did
Pokken do another Let's Go game, they can.
Pokken have 20. They're gonna have 22 now.
No,
Let's Go sold better than most Pokemon games.
40. If they had 40 Pokemon, I'm down. Just double the roster.
No, I need 50. They have enough. They have enough Pokemon to have 50 in the roster. Come on.
I mean, there's enough. They could have 300. You could be like Dragon Ball Z, have 300 characters again. I mean, no, at 40 Pokemon, I'd be okay with 40 because like I think Tekken just got around like 40 something characters in Tekken, right? So.
Tekken. I need to pick up
Tekken 7 has like 40 something characters. In Tekken 7, there's 7 of them. They only have like 40 something characters. So I think Pokken with 40 characters would be dope. I think that would be a dope roster. You know, obviously it'd be great with 50, but balancing too, that'd be a problem. You got to make sure that you balance everything. But yeah, a Pokken announcement would be absolutely amazing. But I don't think it's gonna be Pokken announcement. I think it's gonna be. I think Big Z's on something.
Pokemon Sleep 2. We're going to finally hear more about Pokemon
No, they
Sleep.
said it's a big announcement. That's not a big announcement. That's not
that's not the big announcement, but they're going to be talking about more than just the big announcement.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think it's going to be...
The big announcement for this stream, for the last Pokemon Direct, was the tiny bit of new Snap, and the rest of the time was Cafe Mix. help your kids brush their teeth, even though you should be a good enough parent to do it for them, not Game Freak
Hey, look,
child.
as a parent, I'll say that sometimes it's hard getting your kid to brush your teeth. I will say that, man.
I was a kid.
Getting that child to brush those teeth on.
I knew better. Dude, I'm just gonna say that.
Not every kid knows better. When you have kids, sometimes they don't want to listen. Hey, come brush your teeth. Woof, they bolt. They're my daughter would be like, eek, eek. Yeah, she's gone. So I'm like, I'm chasing her around the house trying to get her to brush her teeth. So
kids don't like brushing their teeth.
Yeah, kids just don't like brushing as much. Sometimes the toothpaste tastes bad, and it's not the bubble gum that they like.
Yeah, pretty soon we're gonna have Super Smash Bros. Shower edition. Everyone take a shower.
My daughter, she was fine with showers. She was, or with baths, but she just wasn't fine with the brushing. Wasn't always her favorite thing to do. So I think that's good for kids, so they can make it fun. Anything that you can do to make brushing fun is good.
Well, it's got to be one or two things.
Brush your teeth. All good. All done. I don't know. I guess that's why my age test. I did an age test, and a lot of people in my community did. Nightshade and Gucci Gunslinger, a bunch of us did, and it told me I was 55 years old, and usually those things are crap. So, like, I don't know. Maybe I am 50 years old, because I wasn't like most kids. I actually brushed my teeth. I actually went to take a shower. Like, I was, even right now, I'm a civilized person. I don't understand how, like...
what is your thoughts on what's it called? What they think they're going to announce, Baron?
Well, it has to be one of three things, or multiple of these three. It's either what we were just talking about,
and what we were just talking about,
with another Pokken, or a Detective Pikachu game, or a Pokemon Stadium game.
If it's Pokemon Stadium, I will absolutely lose my shit. Excuse my language.
I'm really leaning toward Pokemon Stadium at this point because it kind of makes sense. You got two main games out there with Let's Go and Sword and Shield, so it wouldn't make sense to have another one 3 years in a row. So Stadium kind of makes sense.
But see, here's the problem with Pokemon Stadium. That game has to have all the Pokemon.
Well, I guess you'll be able to import all the Pokemon you have, I guess. Shit.
Well, if they allow us to stick the cartridge or somehow let us do it like the game packs back in the day, where you'd stick the N64 game pack on the back of the controller to play any like gold version, silver, red or blue, any of that, and you could transfer your Pokemon over to play with them. So maybe if they had something like that, that'd be sick. It'd be dope.
Don't y'all have what they use now? I forgot what they call it, where they transfer their Pokemon to that.
Pokemon Home.
That app or something.
Pokemon Home. Poke Transfer and Pokemon Home.
Yeah. Transfer from Pokemon Home, or maybe the save data could be transferred into the game or something. So you never know. But that's what I would put my money on. Like, I can't see another Let's Go. Another Let's Go game.
I think it could be the third version of the game. Maybe it's Pokemon Bow.
Bow? You sure it's not Pokemon Gun?
Yeah, no gun.
Oh shit!
Pokemon Sword Shielding.
I swear.
Pokemon Sword Shielding Bow. I think it's gonna be. It could be Pokemon Bow.
Why not Axe?
Pokemon Axe.
Why?
Yeah. Pokemon Axe. Yeah.
Why can't be Arrow?
Pokemon Arrow. Sure. Pokemon Bow and Arrow. I think it could be the third version, and they could make drastic improvements to the graphics. It could be that too.
I'm betting Pokemon Stadium.
And they fuse together. That's why it's bow and arrow. And then they fuse together just like an Ultra Sun and Moon.
So let me ask you a question though, Baron. You think it's Pokemon Stadium, you said?
Yeah, I'm going to go with that. That's what I'm leaning toward.
Okay. A Stadium would be kind of dope. The funny thing, or the cool thing about Stadium games is that they always had pretty good graphics for whatever system they were on. So you should like it.
Yeah, I think they
works on that.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what they work on. Let me see if there's some more questions here. Pokemon Battle Revolution Remastered. People hated Pokemon Battle Revolution.
How the hell are they gonna remaster anything?
But graphically, look nice.
You can't remaster a damn thing.
Yeah. People really hated Pokemon Battle. I liked it. I was oblivious to people hating that game until later. I was like, oh, you guys didn't like it? I was like, I liked it because I can play the Pokemon on my TV online. It was dope, like it was cool. I thought it was cool, but people hate that game, and it reviewed horribly.
Oh, it was below a 70, if I recall. If not, like 70.
50 or something. Something trash. Like Battle Revolution.
I mean, I think that would be cool now that I think about it. If you just had a huge online focused Pokemon game,
And with good graphics, and you just transfer your Pokemon over from home, or you can just use them from home. You don't have to transfer them anywhere. Like that. That would be even better.
Ooh, it's got a.
So Stadium would make sense to me.
50.
What is it
It's
got?
got a 53 on Metacritic.
53. I remember the game being bad, but not that bad. I thought it was like
what game?
We're talking about Battle. This is Gen 4. So this is my favorite. This is my favorite Gen. Is Gen 4, so that I think that's why I liked it, because it was all the Gen 4 Pokemon. You know, that was like what the all the cover. It was all the Gen 4 Pokemon and Palka Dialga. It was Gen 4. So I was like, yo, Gen 4. I love Gen 4, and so I was hyped. I bought it day one.
Runeterra.
Yeah.
You gotta.
I bought it day one.
You got to think of it this way: like Nintendo has been doing real good with their esports. And it just would make sense to bring Pokemon into that realm.
What do you mean Nintendo's been doing good with their esports? Are you looking at it now? Because I'm pretty sure they haven't put a penny into it.
Oh, bruh. Let's not be stupid.
And let's talk about that internet that Smash has. Let's talk about that netcode.
Anyway, like I was saying, the amount of time and effort they have put in to representing esports with Smash and Splatoon, it just makes sense to bring Pokemon in there. It's a multiplayer focused type of deal anyway. So...
These graphics look better than Sword and Shield, bro. You were talking about this looks horrible. This game, I think the graphics were good. I think the problem with this game was the content. I think that was the biggest problem.
Oh yeah, there's no content in the game. That was my problem.
It was a lack of content. Not necessarily the game was bad itself. It was just a lack of content.
It was literally nothing to do or play online.
Yeah, it was just like you just play people. You either play them in a normal battle or you play them with rented Pokemon. That was it. There was no modes or nothing, There was like nothing else that you could do. There wasn't like, hey, let's get like big ranks and rank up and all this stuff.
But you see how the moves are animated? The characters are making expressions when they get hit or make the attack. That's what people want. That's why people look back on it. Because I agree, it looks good and it does look very good. But I understand what you're saying. It may not look as good as Sword and Shield, but I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure if you can say that still, personally. It
looks very good.
No, I was just joking with the Sword and Shield thing.
I know you were joking, just a jab at me.
I was just joking just in general, because some people, that was actually a joke that people brought up, that Pokemon Battle Revolution looks better than, and they were pulling comparisons of the game.
Yeah. It does look better, man.
I don't think it does, but maybe. But
y'all ever seen that comparison video from that dude that always make those comparisons?
Oh, Disney King is such a great YouTuber. I watch all of his videos. He made one the other day.
So funny when I watched that.
He got the trailer from Pokemon Snap and just had the ending of Sword and Shield at the end of the trailer. It was great.
Oh man, that was
best 30 seconds I've seen the other day on YouTube.
Like now that I'm looking through the game, I mean, it doesn't look better. You could the textures and the models are better in Sword.
But if you listen to what I said, I'm saying the expressions, how they do the attacks, how they're moving and attacking the enemy instead of standing still. It's not like Persona or anything where everyone's standing around fighting. Totally different thing with Pokemon. People want to see that game change up in that one regard where all the other side games have, where the character that you're using moves and doesn't attack, and you physically see it, not just an animation of like, oh, Fire Blast. The character doesn't move and just does a Fire Blast or something. Like they want to see.
What would y'all want out of a Pokemon Stadium?
Stadium 3?
Yeah, at this stage and age.
It would be nice to have a story mode similar to how Coliseum and stuff had. If they had that added, that'd be dope. I personally would like to see. I don't know about what gyms that they would have, because they would normally have gyms based on the current gen. So like Gen 2 had the 8 gym leaders from Gen 2, and then the Gen 1 Pokemon Stadium 1 had the gym leaders from Gen 1, Brock, Misty, all of them. So let's say a Pokemon Stadium were to come out this year, it would have all the gym leaders from Sword and Shield as like its own like thing that you can go through as well. Similar to how you do the Battle Tower, not the Battle Tower, but the same thing in Stadium 1 and 2, you face all the gym leaders. It'd be just like that. And then also mini games, that'd be dope. The rentals for the Pokemon, the little tournament area. I don't know how that would work. You know how like the old games, they would have the Game Boy Center where you'd plug in the jack and you get to play your games on the big screen. I don't know what they're going to do about that. They may scrap that and do something else for it. But aside from that, it'd be pretty hype. And MoCats, Battle Revolution, Pokemon Battle Revolution is what scored a 53.
Yeah, Battle Revolution.
Chupa, they don't have proper animations. No, they don't.
Well, they don't have they don't have proper animations for every single move. Some moves have really dope animations.
That too.
Like for example, like what's that move that Cinder Ace
Double
has?
kick.
Like the fire kick thingy. That looks dope.
But,
he like kicks the little
soccer
rocket
ball thing.
Yeah, and then like he kicks that. That's a dope animation, but that level of detail isn't for like all the moves.
Unfortunately, and that's why people have an issue.
Yeah. So
But
there's not that level of animation.
That's all the past, though.
Yeah.
Sword and Shield's here. It's in the past. I'm just looking to the future. New Pokemon Snap is the future. And hopefully, as you said, Aaron, Pokemon Stadium, if that comes out, I don't need any mainline games ever again. I'm not even kidding. If that happens, I'm set.
That would make the most sense. That way they could take their time with the next one. So,
well, we'll see what they do. Obviously, they had so much blowback, from the fans.
Well,
so,
they did. That's why they have Pokemon following you now in the new DLC, and they can't even keep up.
I saw a video from Shofu where he was just like the Pokemon was just like standing there, like you're just like running into.
Oh, that too. I saw that video. It's really standing like so far away. It's like, what are you doing over there?
So I mean, but they added it and did it. They didn't say that was going to be a thing in the game, so they just kind of like added it,
Yeah. Well, for all we know, it's supposed to have been added, and we just never knew. Because hey, they were working on this before the game released, so
apparently.
Say that.
Apparently.
Definitely.
All right, so I think we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. I'm gonna finish up a video. I'm gonna let these guys get out of here. It's pretty late in the East Coast. So
yeah, I gotta wake up in like 5 hours. So
nice, VC. All right, so VC, where can they find you at, man?
You can all come through to check out my channel if you enjoy video game live streams, videos of all kinds of different stuff. I had a review of Bug Fables the other day, and I'm reviewing Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition soon. So if you like Xenoblade, if you like video games, if you like reviews, and I also do music, live streams, and more, help us out, reach 1,300 subscribers. I put a link in the description. I'm VCV Sips if you don't know me. And yeah, check me out if you're interested.
Channel, man. Let's get this.
If you like my banter, all that.
Let's get this man to 1.3.
Thanks,
thousand subscribers. He's almost there.
1,300 subscribers. Yep.
Subscribers. Well, let's get to 1.25 first, and then 1.
True.
1.25. You gotta go break it into a little chunk, then the rest of it. So
Yep.
there you go. All right, and then also let's see, Big Z. Where can they find you at?
You can find me on YouTube at Zildjian65, and all my links are there.
All right, nice. Shout outs to Big C. Thanks for coming out to the show. And Baron, if you're still here with us, Baron, where can they find you at, man?
you can find me.
In an AEW ring, I'm hoping. It's been like 4 months. When are you going back in the ring?
Oh,
Are you in developmental now? Did they send you to a new developmental that they're working on? Come on.
Anyway, like I was saying, you can find me on that Twitter. You feel me? You know what I mean? Find me on that Twitter. I'm shooting down so many drones all day, all night. I'm really gonna piss them off tomorrow because I'm gonna act like Last of Us 2 didn't even come out.
Well, it already dropped just now.
So. It's a holiday today. Everybody goes sell. So, but actually, don't go nowhere because that Rona's still out there falling out there. So don't go nowhere. Just celebrate it. And what I'm saying, you can find me tweeting E3 because we definitely miss it. Because this has not been it. This has not been the same whatsoever. I hope y'all learned y'all lesson and how vital E3 has been.
Yeah, it's been rough.
That's all I gotta say.
It's been rough. And yeah, in terms of content, guys, for tomorrow morning, I've got a nice PS5 video for you guys talking about some games that I'm hyped for. So make sure you guys check that out, 6 a.m. And then we also have this weekend, I'm going to have the retro video ready for you guys. It's just going to be like a casual video of me just sitting down, going through all the games, and I'll show you guys all the games on my desk. So I'm going to have a casual video for you guys showing off the retro games that I have. But yeah, tomorrow PS5 video and OJ Live tomorrow as well. Should be a nice OJ Live show where we go over just kind of more of my thoughts on different things and just talking about stuff. So make sure you guys tune into OJ Live tomorrow. And also, like I said, in the morning, we have that PS5 video as well. So that should be good. Of course, Spawncast this weekend. And yes, I'll be on the Spawncast on Saturday. So we will see you guys back here again tomorrow. See you guys back here again all the time for more content. So thanks for watching tonight, guys. Hope you guys have a nice night.
Peace.
Bye. Bye, everybody.